All right, what's up, everybody? We're back with the Book of Oaths and Life of Detours podcast. We're sitting over here with my good, very good buddy, the Rave Grandpa, the Don himself, Mr. Zack Sandoval. That's the boy right here.
Yeah, that's a hell of an intro.
Yeah, say what's up to the people, bro.
What is up, everybody? It's been a long time coming, that's for damn sure.
Definitely has been. We've been talking about this pod for a hot-ass minute, bro.
Right?
Yeah.
I think all the way back to probably not Flabbergasted, Spring Base, I think.
Yeah, so definitely since then. Well, that was
before you started doing the podcast, and that was when you started kind of thinking about it.
Yeah, we've always talked about it. You've always been on the forefront of everything that is book posts and shit, bro. That's the best part, dude. And, like, the thing about today that's going to be really fun is I've actually done the interview for the book with you.
Yes.
So I know all the stuff, and we're going to do this one different. We're already doing everything so much different.
Right.
But this episode is going to be a little bit different for you guys. I have a little bit of a plan. We've kind of talked about it a little bit. We'll figure it out. But, yeah, dude, it's going to be fun, man.
Yeah, no, I've been looking forward to it. Like, as I've kind of alluded to, like, this is something that I wanted to kind of do differently for you because I think creatively.
Yeah.
As a creative person, you showing the interest in what I've brought into your life. Mm-hmm. That was really I wanted to kind of pay that back.
That's awesome, dude.
So I was like trying to think, I was like, how could I do something a little bit different for him? And then like it kind of just all fell into it.
Yeah.
We came across the hotel, then the date kind of just fell right into it.
Dude, right, yeah, it is the 13th right now of October, which is fucking nice. I wish it was Friday the 13th like we were talking about earlier, but,
yeah,
you know, we'll take what we can get. It's right. The 13th.
Well, yeah, it's the 13th book of Oaths and Life Detours, and that's like the, what was it, the number 13 is my lucky number as well.
Yeah, that's wild, dude, yeah. So because we've talked about it, like the 13th, like the Friday the 13th is like your lucky day, too. And shit.
Oh, yeah, it's been, like, that's the luckiest day that every year for me. Like, since the first time I ever wore the number 13.
Oh, right.
When I was like 12 years old or something like that. It was my very first time ever making the all-star team of a baseball league.
Yeah.
And my very first at bat wearing the number 13 was my very first time ever hitting a home run.
Nice.
So it was like from that point forward, like
fucking
number
boom,
13.
Dude.
Number 13 was my jam. So
for life, bro. Yeah,
right. Like I was like, okay, so it's clear that I was supposed to be wearing this number.
Yeah, I love it, dude. Yeah. Hold on, I did notice the fucking music stopped. I'm gonna just throw something up there real quick. You guys can't hear it, but it's just for us. There's some visuals in the background because, you know.
Because I like visuals.
We like visuals, bro. Yeah. We got to have something to catch our eye and fucking keep us entertained, you know. But we did this off the pod, but cheers to fucking Sober October right now.
Yes, absolutely. Clean the water.
Fucked it up last week, but we're on the train again. Yep. This is actually water this time, guys. You're welcome.
Yes.
Yeah.
I made sure of it.
And these fucking trippy Lorenzo glasses, bro.
Dude, like every aspect of this damn hotel is trippy as fuck.
Down to the fucking T, bro. They're doing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
like,
except for the roof. The roof is really kind of...
That really kind of fucking... Yeah, that upset me a little
part of me thinks that they're lying. I still think they're lying. I think they're keeping it part of us.
Just like she said about the 13th floor, too, bro.
Yeah, I think there's some aspect of it they're keeping a secret for special guests.
I could see that. Yeah, because she... I mean, honestly... She was sweet, but I don't know if she even knew.
I mean, because just thinking of it from an artistic perspective, it's like you create something that you put out for some people, but oftentimes the artist will keep something a little extra for those kind of keen-eyed spectators, such as Easter eggs that you see like in the Marvel
yeah,
movies.
Definitely. Yeah.
Gain additional information. So it's like, to me, there has to be something.
Yeah, for sure.
And like if you look at the top of the building, like we saw, like there's little clues that there's something else.
Right, there's that eye up there in the corner on the 12th floor, or that would be the 13th floor.
That would be the 13th floor, yeah, there's no windows.
These motherfuckers. Okay. Okay. Yeah, there's something going on around here, bro.
But that's what, so, like, what is it, my buddy Garrett, he always points out, it's like, dude, you notice the most random shit.
Just little shit, you definitely do.
Especially when you're tripping, like, dude, your eyes go to the things that no one else is looking at.
Yeah.
But yeah, so...
But that's what we've been doing this entire time, is you've just been noticing all kinds. But this place is like literally like little hidden gems. Like I walked in, I didn't even notice there's a painting of a paint, or it's not even a painting. There's a paintbrush in a frame on the ceiling above the bed right now. Like
Right, and like this is like just like this whole place is just begging for someone like me who I want to explore every little nook and cranny. Mm-hmm. It's like it's so one of my favorite things. One of my favorite songs. One of my favorite places to go is Meow Wolf, which I recently took. I've taken Bryce to now two of them. Bryce being my son.
What's Meow Wolf?
Meow Wolf is a fully immersive art exhibit.
Right on.
That started off in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Mm-hmm. There's a second one called Omega Mart. The third one, which opened up in Denver, is the Convergence, and then the fourth one is opening up here in Grapevine this coming year.
Right on.
So the first one, without going into spending too much time on that, but because I could talk about that one for
right, of course, yeah.
So the first one is literally called the House of Eternal. The House of Eternal Return. And when you walk in there, it's a house. It's like an old Victorian house, and you're supposed to figure out what happened to the family that lives there.
Nice.
And so as you start exploring things, and I took Bryce this when he was like 8 years old.
I think you might have sent me some stuff about this.
And then when we're like trying to explore and I'm trying to figure out the story, then all of a sudden Bryce disappeared. And I'm like, where the hell did he go? And like I turned and he like disappeared into the fireplace. He's like, Dad. So I like chase after him, like crawl into the fireplace. Because like I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna follow my son.
Definitely gonna do that, yeah.
And so we went through that, and it takes you into all these different portals. It opens up the different portals into the other realms. Nice. That's how it's designed, and so it's all done by like 100 different local artists in Santa Fe that created it. And it was very low budget was the original one, but since then it's like expanded into this huge thing. And so Omega Mart is the second one. Omega Mart looks like a grocery store, but it's kind of a trippy grocery store, and it's about 8,000 square feet. And then as you explore that one, you find another portals, and there's about 50,000 square feet of additional space that you find once you discover the portals.
What?
Yeah, and that one gets really kind of crazy. And then the one I took Bryce to,
like all those numbers just like blew my mind all over the walls. I was like,
right? It goes 8,000.
I was following with you for a second. And then
so think of it about an 8,000 square foot like grocery store,
right?
And then so when you first explore it, like most people I've known people that have only gone into that, that's like distracting you.
No, well, yeah, I feel like the noise is getting me a little bit. Hold on.
I noticed. I was like, your eyes.
It's the fucking Dragon Hawks, bro. They're getting me, dude.
Dragon Hawks. Release the dragon.
And it's on fucking 7, bro. Like, it shouldn't be getting me like that, dude. Like, I can hear it because we're very acute right now.
But also, that's the Liquid Stranger.
That's what he does, bro. Yeah.
That's
fucking catch you, bro.
That's what that song does. But anyways, where was that? Oh, so think of it about an 8,000 square foot
grocery store. Right.
And most people, you can actually go into the grocery store without even paying for the exhibit. And so you can just explore it because it's a real functioning grocery store with a bunch of really trippy stuff like tattooed chickens.
Oh, cool! Yeah,
a bunch of random shit.
I was going to ask, is this like a whole complex deal? Like
it's part of Area 15 in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
And so Area 15 is their art district, which has a whole bunch of different art galleries. But Meow Wolf is the centerpiece.
Cool. Yeah.
Or
nice.
Omega Mart is, and so but as you start to explore it, you'll find portals.
Yeah.
So you like open the refrigerator like you're getting a soda, and then takes you to a whole other realm, and then that's when it opens up to the rest of the area that's up to like 50,000 square feet place. So it goes from an 8,000 square foot grocery store to 50,000. Wow. So if you pay the extra money and you actually get to go see it, then so if you're boring and you just want to see just the basic shit, then. Yeah,
you could just go in
do that. Like I've had friends that went to it and they're like, oh, you really see the thing. I was like, you didn't explore it.
You didn't check the portals, bro.
I guarantee you didn't.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Well, that's dope, dude. So fucking Bryce was just noticing all this like little stuff. Like, throughout, yeah.
Dude, and like when we took him to the second one in Denver, or the third one in Denver, called the Convergence, which is where all their different realms are supposed to converge. Mm-hmm. So this was just recently, so he's 14 now, and so it's really cool kind of getting to see his perspective grow. Uh-huh. And so that's one of the really neat things with my son is really seeing how his perspective throughout his entire life has shifted, but also kind of help guiding it. Yeah. Instead of just giving him the answers, like what I've always loved to do is kind of just give you the basic foundation or the seeds, and let your own curiosity and your own what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, your own curiosity and your own drive kind of dictate where it goes. That was something I picked up from my mom. Like my mom essentially used to do that, and I didn't realize she did that to me. She would do that through all the things that she would gift me.
Yeah.
And so, like, I never really, it was like, she always gave me a lot of really cool gifts. But it wasn't until, like, I started exploring
what in particular?
My artistic, psychedelic kind of.
I know she gave you that notebook, right?
Yeah,
recently.
Things to do while you're, or the journal, journal, things to do while you're high.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so I got that one, so like, when I started actually, like, exploring psychedelics is when I started noticing all the random stuff that my mom gave me, and I'm like, that's what, like, okay,
Mom's is about it, bro.
You've been planting these seeds for so long in my mind, and so it's like, and it finally all came together.
It took you 35 years to unlock it, right, or something like that? Yeah.
So, but I mean, that's part of the journey of life. Is like, you have to explore. You have to do it at your own pace and figure things out on your own. But that's where your parents kind of help guide. But in my opinion, a good parent is one that guides from
afar.
From afar.
Yeah.
Allows you to make your mistakes, allows you to kind of explore your own journey, but allows you still know that they're there when you need them.
Yeah, you keep them safe, but you make sure that they're experiencing everything like without that like full overbearing safety net kind of deal.
And so when me and Bryce, when we went to this last Meow Wolf, which once again, not to get into too much, but that road trip was unreal because we went and surprised my dad on his birthday.
Yeah.
And we just like, hey, Dad, and we surprised him, and he was like, oh, he thought it was just there for the birthday, but we ended up taking him for the whole road trip all the way up to
nice
for an entire weekend, like a 3-generation road trip.
Hey, that's dope, dude.
And that was amazing, like getting to see my son and my dad kind of connect in a way that they wouldn't have ever gotten to because they're so far apart.
Yeah, because he's still in New Mexico, you say?
Yeah, and like him and my son, you would have thought that they were like long lost, like best friends, like from a different, from like completely different realities. Like they were roasting the hell out of me the whole trip.
Oh, I don't doubt it at all.
Oh, and it was amazing. Like I was giving it right back to him.
Oh, of course, dude.
But just taking that road trip, and we took the scenic route and got to experience like just everything got to see my dad the way that I've always seen him, but also get my son. It's like there was a moment when we were at Meow Wolf where my dad was just dancing.
Oh,
and
what?
He was just in there. He was just dancing because we were in the last part. It's like where they hold their raves, and they have all these.
Just to top everything off.
Yeah, so I'm going to get emotional here, but sorry.
Go for it.
They have all these projections or projectors. So like the walls, when you touch them, they actually react to you. Nice. So it has these really cool visuals and stuff. And so I was engaging in that. I was like, oh, this is really cool. But that's when I noticed when you step on the floor, it also reacts to you as well. I noticed at the exact same time, my dad noticed it and my son noticed it.
Nice.
And so I looked up and I was recording, and I was like, in that moment, I got to see the song from Willy Wonka. You'll be in a world of imagination.
Yeah.
Yes. So that song was playing, and at that moment when I realized that I'm seeing my son being just a kid, which has been hard for him. I mean, he's a teenager. It's like the idea of being a kid in the world, the reality.
In the world today, yeah, bro.
Like they have to deal with so much.
Yeah, bro.
But getting to see him like disconnect and actually be a kid for a little bit. And then watching my dad just being the big kid that he always is.
I swear, right? Yeah.
And then me, like...
Especially being older, like, being able to, like, fully let loose, you know?
I'll have to show you the video. It's the most... I've been meaning to post it, but it's one of the coolest videos. Yeah. Because you just see my dad just having a good time. My son sitting there dancing.
Does he dance like you? Your dad?
My dad, he has a whole different vibe, but my dad can dance.
Yeah.
Like, he has a rhythm to him. Like,
okay.
he's very smooth.
Bet he gets down.
But, like, as he's, like, doing this, like dance, he actually starts doing, like, his Tai Chi.
Of course,
yeah. You have to see the video. It's hilarious. But it's like I literally started crying and just went up and, like, hugged my dad and told him I loved him and everything. And he was like, "What's going on?" I was like, "I don't really know what's going on." It's like, and then I explained to him later afterwards, like what the moment was to me. It's like it was just kind of
That's beautiful, bro.
It was the whole purpose of that entire road trip was
Yeah.
to expand that. And so
This was recent, right?
yeah, it was August 5th was his birthday, so that weekend was August 5th.
Oh shit! So super recent.
Yeah, because we were supposed to go see him.
Uh-huh.
We were going to go to after that car accident. We were supposed to go to Denver. Me and my son were to go see Seven Lions at Red Rocks, go to Meow Wolf, had a whole big thing, and then we were going to, at the end of the trip, we were going to go down and surprise my dad, and then fly back. But then the car wreck happened, and so I was trying to make it up because my son was like devastated. He was like, "Man, I was really looking forward to it."
Yeah.
And so,
I mean, out of your control, of
Yeah.
course, But
once I was feeling better, I told him, I was like, "Hey, what if I have a weekend that we're going to do the trip, but what if?" Because I didn't tell him we were going to go down and surprise my dad because he loves my dad. Mm-hmm. So I was like, "But what if we start our trip in Santa Fe on Grandpa Denny's birthday? We surprise him and we take him with us."
Nice.
And he was and he goes, "Like a three generation road trip?"
He said that?
Yeah.
Fucking yes, dude.
I was like, "Yep, that's 100%."
Bryce is so about it, bro.
Right?
Bryce is dope.
Well, to get back to that same thing, when we were at Meow Wolf, I took the picture with him within the Council of Bryces, all 6.
Oh yeah, the Council of Bryces
is what I called it. And so when we were at Meow Wolf, he made a quote, and I was like, "Oh, that quote goes perfect with his picture," and he posted on his Instagram. But his quote was literally like, "It's like you sleep through your dreams, I walk through mine."
He said that?
Yeah, and I was like,
"That's your kid, bro." Whoa.
Yeah.
Does he actually lucid dream, you think?
I would assume so.
I would imagine
if you make a quote like that, you kind of have to.
Yeah, he probably doesn't even know,
Yeah,
and he's just been doing it.
Dude, like some of the things that he said, like really kind of like blow my mind. Like when he first told me that.
Were you doing acid when he was in the womb? No, I'm just
right? No, actually not. That was prior to me even touching this.
Yeah,
but like I remember the quote when he first told me that he smoked weed.
Oh right.
When I asked him, I was like, so to any parent, if your kid is comfortable enough to come and talk to you, it's like don't overreact.
Yeah, because he's 14. Right?
Be happy that they're comfortable and coming and talk to you. This is just advice in general, but especially to you since you have a kid.
Yeah.
But take a moment to actually ask them why.
Yeah.
That was my first thing. It's like why do you I understand the reason, but I want to know why you made the decision to smoke that first time.
Yeah.
Why? His words to me were, "I just wanted to slow the world down for a minute."
Aw, bro, yeah.
And I'm just like, all right, yeah, light it up. Go.
Damn it, 14, bro. Poor guy. That's insane. Yeah.
Right. But it's like, okay, so I understand that.
The world's crazy out here, dude.
Right. And so I remember there was a whole nother thing that goes along with that. But yeah, it's like my son, the way his mind works, it's great. It's amazing to see, and also cultivating that because I want it to continue to grow. But
yeah.
I don't want to see the world. I don't want to see him allow the world to distinguish them.
So I do want to ask: do you think? I think so. I know what your answer is going to be, but I think you think he's better off with you and his mom having divorced and everything, and considering the circumstances, of course, and all that, but.
So 100%. And I actually said this to one of my closest friends, which I have many, but one of my closest friends who's a parent now.
Uh-huh.
Crystal, we were talking about Bryce, and she was asking about kind of my decision to leave.
Uh-huh.
And I told her, I was like, that was a risk.
For sure.
But I had to follow I believed that I could not be the best parent to my son if I wasn't happy.
Yeah.
If I'm not happy, then there's no way that I'm going to be able to make my son happy. Mm-hmm. And but I also knew that when taking a step back and actually removing myself for a period of time from my son's life, going from him seeing me every single day to every other week, or on the weekends in some cases. I knew that there was going to be his own perception of like, why did my dad do this? He's also inevitably, I can't control what the people who are around him on a regular basis are saying about me around him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like I have to trust the fact that
he knows
that my son eventually will understand that my decision was for his betterment. Like that, it allowed me to spend more quality time with him than quantity, and help him grow from in a much different way than I would have been able to.
Yeah, because you're a great dad, bro. I don't know if I've told you that, but you're a fucking great dad, bro.
Well,
you kill it, bro. Like your interactions with him and like just the way that you've nurtured his mind, it's beautiful, bro.
Yeah, I definitely. It's not been
it's not been easy.
Been easy, but like one of the things that with him, and we went on a whole ass different journey than I thought this podcast was going.
I know, right? Yeah, I was about to say.
but I mean,
it's good stuff, though, bro. That's what's fresh on your mind. Talking about your boy, dude.
Yeah, I mean, like, what was it? There was something that came across not too long ago, where, of course, now I can't. Now, it was like right there on my tip of my tongue.
It's the pod, bro.
Right?
It gets you, dude. I swear. Once you're on the spot.
Yeah, like there was something about him that I was talking. Oh, him just being honest and like honest and open with him about my life. Like,
yeah.
So during COVID, there was an opportunity for me to kind of have conversations with him that most parents might not have, because I mean, as a child during COVID, he was at a stagnant age. It was video games, and that was it.
Yeah,
video games and your cell phone with your friends. If you're fortunate enough as a teenager to have a lot of friends.
Yeah,
but even that kind of runs dry after a year and a half of doing that.
Jesus, dude. Yeah.
So I started trying to have different conversations with him. And so I got really real with him about some of the different topics. So drugs being one of them,
right?
Along with several other topics. We talked about religion. We talked about anything.
Yeah,
any topic that was kind of.
You just got to sit down and talk to him, bro.
And we would just talk about it and like, what do you think about this? What are your thoughts on this? What do we do? So,
because you're both stuck in the house.
Yeah, and so because of those conversations, my son felt when
you smoked weed for the first time,
he came to me and talked to me. When he had his first time, his first time.
Really?
Yeah, because he's like, Dad, I had my first time. I was like, what do you mean first time? He's like, my first time.
What?
I was like, alrighty. I was like, so part of me, like, I guess high five.
Yeah, right. But you have so many questions that you also don't want to ask, kind of.
I'm like, you know what? Were you safe? Were you safe? Did you enjoy yourself?
Right on.
And he was like, yes and yes. I was like, all right, cool.
No further explanation needed, bro.
We went straight to the grocery store, bought him a 12-pack or 20-pack. I was like, you ever need more of those? Text me pineapple, and I'm on my way to bring more. Because I do not want grandkids or taking you to a doctor.
Yes, dude. Oh God, yeah.
Yep. So,
but see, you're having these conversations with him, you know, so he knows what to do, what to ask, and
he's comfortable with me. Sometimes it's a little too much so I have to, like, when he comes to me, I was like, oh.
But I really imagine like that puts him, like, whenever he goes out into the world, he can kind of carry that energy as well, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like no, it's like the type of person I've always been is like I seek out uncomfortable conversations.
You definitely do that, yeah.
Like because in order for me to grow my knowledge or for me to understand, I have to be willing to put myself in a position to hear other people's opinions that are different than mine.
Yeah.
And that started with the way I approached religion, then the way I approached politics, the way I proposed just when I got really into philosophy for the longest time. It's like when I did that as a minor in college.
Yeah.
And that really kind of just set the foundation with the way I think. And I did all that before I even started going into like psychedelics and stuff.
Yeah, before you even started doing drugs, bro.
Like literally, like I had this foundation that was just built.
You're the epitome of detours, bro.
Right, it's like literally, like I have this foundation that belief lends itself perfectly to
the psychedelic experience.
But like I didn't even know that I was even going that route, and then I did it, and I was like, oh my god, like all these things they made so much sense.
It literally was just that extra little
explosion in my mind.
You needed,
and it's like, and then that's where
all those links that were all those little connections that were trying to be made, and they just weren't quite there.
Right? It's like what we were talking about earlier, the perspective shifting moments.
Yes, yeah.
And it's like, and that's the thing that I crave, that I love the most, are perspective shifting moments.
Yeah.
And there was a couple that I actually specifically didn't tell you about leading up to this one because as you know, we've had those moments in our various different trips.
Definitely, yeah.
So, like, I mean, just to kind of give, I guess, people listening in what we talk about, like, so connected to you is the white knuckling in the sand.
Definitely.
Is the one that's most poignant with me and you. So you may hear Austin or even myself say, don't white knuckle the sand when shit's getting a little crazy.
Yeah.
And the idea behind it is me and him, we were playing, while we were tripping, we were sitting there playing with kinetic sand.
Yeah.
And if you've never played with kinetic sand,
it's one of my favorite things to do. Even when I'm not tripping, it's fun.
Oh, yeah. Just play with it. It's like, and the thing we learned about kinetic sand, while we're sitting there playing with it, like no matter how hard you shaped it, as soon as you let go, it kind of just goes into
whatever it's gonna do
into the fluid
way.
state.
Yeah.
And so when we were thinking about it, it's like, so no matter how hard you try to shape things, very much like you shape your life, it's like at the end of the day, you're gonna have to let go and let it just be what it is.
Yeah.
And it's like, so why did you spend all that time white knuckling the sand when you could have just let it be beautiful in the state that it was?
Yeah, you can lightly shape it and play with it, you know, and just don't white knuckle it.
Yeah, exactly. Enjoy it, like
just so aggressive. And I think, was it me that was holding it, or was it? Yeah. And then we were kind of looking at it, and it was like, I think it was like seeping out and everything.
Yeah, because you were trying to build all these structures and everything, and I'm over here just like letting it flow through my hands, and I was like here, and so we connected that idea.
Yeah.
And so that was the white knuckle the sand moment. At Wakan, there were two moments.
Well, not at Wakan. I didn't go to Wakan.
No, but I had two moments.
Oh, right on.
Share
Okay,
with you on the podcast.
Nice. I'm definitely done with this. Yes.
Okay, so the first one, which had to do with bees.
Bees? Like
bees. So my buddy Mitch is the one that kind of shaped shit. So at Wakan, we were almost daily. You saw people like there were during the day. There were bees everywhere.
I was really hoping you were talking about just regular ass bees.
You're like, what the hell are you talking about? What did you think I was talking about? Like,
I assumed it was bumblebees.
Not like the letter B, or like
I don't know. It could be fucking anything with you, bro. It could be an allusion to all kinds of different shit.
Yes, bumblebees. So at Wakan, like during the day, you would constantly see like the little bees everywhere, and you see people freaking out, like as most people do. Like no one there wanted to kill the bees, but they're saying like get away from me.
Yes.
But that's when my buddy Mitch goes and says, "Did you know that bees don't see the way you and I see?" Mm-hmm. And I was like, "What do you mean?" And he goes, "They see in sound waves and in color."
Yeah.
And in fact, they see 100 and I think it's 100. Sorry, anyone wants to correct me, but it's like 162,000 more colors than what we see.
Oh, it's their eyes.
Yeah, something along that number round. But
because their eyes are like honeycombs, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. Their color wheel is much more in heightened, and so that made me realize, I was like, okay, so the reason why they see that way is so they could find flowers easier.
Right.
Well, so why is the bee so attracted to you? Why is the bee circling around you? What does it think you are?
Oh, you're a flower, bro.
You're a flower. It's trying to land on you so it could rest.
Yeah, and you're at Wakan and you're fucking wearing all this crazy
all these bright colors and everything. It's like so.
They're like, dude, we just rolled up on like the coolest little meadow over here. Yeah,
right, exactly. And so so I started telling people, we were like, it's like you're a flower.
Nice.
Like relax. It's just the bee thinks you're a flower, which you are. Let it just sit on you for a minute to rest, because that's all the bees do. They go land on the flower.
Well, that's how they pollinate stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
That's where they rest on the flower, and then they move on to the next one.
And they brush off the pollen off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so let them just rest for a minute. Mm-hmm. And so literally like on day 3, like I'm walking around, I had like a little bee like on my shoulder, like people were like, "You got a bee on you?" I was like, "Yeah, no, yeah, I'm a flower."
That's one thing. Whenever I was really little, dude, I was so scared of bees and wasps and everything, dude. And like they would always tell me, just don't fuck with it. Like it won't, it wasn't like they're more scared of you kind of deal. But if you don't make a big deal out of it, then you won't even notice that they're there.
Fuck themselves like royally.
Definitely,
because they actually will try.
They're actually mean, dude. Yeah, they can be mean.
But bees are literally just trying to. If they're circling around you, it's because they think you're.
Yeah, they're not trying to sting you, bro.
They think you're a flower and trying to rest.
That actually, oddly enough, I learned part of that from Jackass. Whenever they did the, I don't remember what stunt they were doing. They've done a lot of shit with bees, but it was one where I think it was like Steve-O, and he's like just kind of chilling. I think it's one where they covered somebody's nuts in the bees. Yeah, and he's like, dude, if you just chill out, because I think another thing that they notice is heat. So whenever you're running around, you're getting all excited and you're freaking out. You put off a lot of heat, so they're attracted to you. And so he's just chilling there, and he's like, dude, there's no bees on me. And then what's his name? The guy that always freaks out.
Oh, it's not Dave?
Dave, yeah, Dave England. Yeah.
Yes.
He's the worst, bro. And he's just freaking out, and the bees are just getting down on him. He's like, dude, that's why.
Chill.
You're making a huge spectacle of yourself, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
I want to go see what's up.
So there was that one, and then the other one was Pinocchio. Okay. And so when I get into this, I understand there are some people out there that are very adamant that this theory or this interpretation is vastly wrong.
Okay.
But I challenge anyone to it that it's any piece of literature is also art.
Yeah. Well, it's open to interpretation.
Exactly.
To a certain extent.
So any piece of art, unless it's a biography.
Yeah, right.
Is if it's a story, it's open for interpretation, and I find it hard. The more I explored Pinocchio after hearing this, I was like, it can't be a coincidence.
Wait, how did Pinocchio come up in the first place?
So because we were talking about pine cones. So yeah, I'm trying to get
Okay.
So let me get to this. So I'm trailing off. So okay, so Pinocchio, the word itself, if you break it up into its two parts, in Italian, Pino is Italian for pine. Occhio is Italian for oculus, which is eye, also another word for eye.
Okay.
Pine's eye is another term for pineal gland. Your pineal gland is your third eye. Your pineal gland is also in the shape of a pine cone, so that's why a lot of things that you'll see people wearing pine cones, because it's to represent your third eye. The story of Pinocchio is a boy finding his true self and opening his third eye.
Bro.
The journey through him lying, as you when you start off as a child, you first learn the power of a lie, but also then you learn that lying is not good. But so you build, it's a journey through your honesty, being truthful, kind of who you are. But then you go into the awakening part of surrounding yourself with those who you think are your friends, but then when you become more of your true self, you lose those people around you.
Right.
And your true friends start to actually emerge as you make your way to becoming your true self.
Yeah.
So when Pinocchio
When your third eye opens.
When his third eye opens, he becomes a real boy.
Whoa, dude!
Right?
So how did you were just out there fucking?
No, I watched a video on this. Like, there was some Italian dude that was explaining it, and a while back, and it was one of those things where I just kept thinking on it.
Yeah.
And then, like, while
it didn't make sense when you first heard it.
Yeah, like, well, I was like, okay, it was like I could cut. It was loosely made a little sense. I was like, okay, I got it. But then I started exploring it more.
I feel like I'm in the exact state where that hit me just perfect. Where
right,
I
where you're just
like,
holy shit, like that, like just the little basic things, and then so you start exploring it more, and you're like, that's everyth's connecting.
I'm gonna have to watch that movie again too, bro. I actually just recently watched it. It's a good movie, actually. Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Did you watch the remake, the Tom Hanks one, or the Disney one, the original
Disney one, the Tom Hanks one? What are you talking
There's
about?
actually a Tom Hanks Pinocchio movie that just came out on Disney Plus, where Tom Hanks is Geppetto.
Geppetto, yeah.
And I forget who plays Pinocchio.
What?
I think it's Kanye. I'm kidding.
You got Kanye on the brain right now, bro.
Fuck him.
All right, I think that's as good a time as any. I think we should take a little break. I think we're a little bit past 30 minutes, so I'm going to do that. I got to pee.
Yes, I need more water.
Be right back. Definitely need more water. Yeah. All right, bye, guys. All right, what's up, everybody? Austin here. So, I'm not sure if you guys follow my social media, mainly my Instagram, but if you do, you might have seen some recent posts with me doing some climbing. Turns out there's an indoor rock climbing place near where I live, and me and the lady Kristen have started going every week, mainly on Wednesdays. So we've just been doing it for fun, but it's pretty challenging, and you get like the aesthetics of exercising these muscle groups that you just don't usually hit in the gym. Plus, you meet some really cool people who climb in the process. So, through climbing, I came across this awesome company called Dino. Dude, they have this one product, Beta, and I love the idea. It contains a 2-in-1 thermogenic nootropic with a boost of clean energy using 10 simple, all-natural ingredients. Now, if you're not familiar, nootropics are supplements that boost your creativity, promote mental clarity, and give you intense focus. So I'll tell you right now, it takes a lot of energy and creativity to reach the top of those climbs, man. So one thing I like about this concept is it's not just for climbers. I honestly can't see why Dino's Beta wouldn't be perfect for any activity or adventure. Another thing that's cool is they're going to ship straight from their door to yours, meaning no annoying retail shop markup. And if you use the code OSTEN, that's O-S-T-E-N, at checkout, you can take another 15% off. So go check these guys out. They're the Dino Climbing Company on Instagram or thedinocompany.com. Now back to the pod. And we're back in. We actually have the Wakan Liquid Stranger, his full set on the TV now. You guys can't hear it, but we're just watching it a little bit just because it's dope.
Life changing.
Yeah, life changing, bro. Yeah, I have some tea, got some chamomile. They had it in the room, so I was like, I fucking might as well. Yeah, you gotta try it, bro.
And then you hand it to me with
I know. That with your left hand? It's not even hot.
but the glass is. Like, I literally held it and I was like, okay.
It feels good. Yeah, the glass is nice and warm.
Sure it did.
It's good in your hands.
Just singe my fingertips.
Singe my fingertips.
But that'll be good considering like my voice has been really kind of raspy.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's going to help you. Yeah.
Since Wakan.
So. You can have the rest of that, bro. I don't give a shit. Yeah. Good stuff.
That Wook flu.
That's that tea, bro, the Wook flu from the Wakan that we are talking about currently, actually, yeah.
Oh, the Wook flu is no.
Yeah.
Oh. Did I lose it?
Did you lose it?
I pulled on something. No, I'm good.
I said no, I'm good.
I pulled on something for a second and like went like the audio.
Super dead.
Yeah. We're good, back. I'm good. Yes, I think I'm good.
Are we good?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. Okay. So I think now is a good time to. I actually want to go ahead and start with what the fuck is going on here.
Okay.
So we wanted to do this pod for a long time. We've been talking about it forever. You've wanted to do this particular hotel.
Yes.
Right. So what is the story behind all of this?
So this particular hotel, I came across it when I went to
the Lorenzo in Dallas.
Yeah, the Lorenzo Hotel. Which, if you ever get an opportunity to come by, highly recommend it.
I highly recommend it now.
If you live in Dallas, just an evening at the Lorenzo Hotel. Mm-hmm. I came across it because my good friends Ricky and Crystal were married here, and so when when I first got here, I was just like, holy hell, this hotel is just begging to be tripped in. And so that's when we set. I was like, when I got the idea, or I got the idea of doing the podcast here when we were when you asked me about when we were doing our podcast. I was like, well,
I asked you like straight out of the gate, bro.
Yeah, it's like,
when are we doing the podcast?
Yeah, it's like I want to do it. It's like because I was thinking, it's like, what would be really cool, a cool venue, something different than what everything else is. And I was like, I've been wanting to trip at the Lorenzo Hotel for the longest time. I always have a great time tripping with you.
That's what I'm talking about.
And it had been a while since me and you just had like one of our trips.
It's been a long time. Yeah.
And so I remember I positioned to it. I was like, hey, I want to do our interview or our podcast at the Lorenzo. And so I positioned that to you probably about 6 months or so ago.
I would say at least, yeah, for sure.
And it just never, the timing just never really kind of came along, and then various different things happened.
Right.
And then was it like last month? I realized October 13th. I was like, that lines up perfectly. Let's do October 13th. Let's set the date. Let's make that happen.
Yep.
I was like, it's during the slow period for Lorenzo, which is kind of surprising. Random accent just comes out of nowhere. But very surprising considering the hotel and also October. Like, this lends itself to be a peak season.
I think there hasn't been a lot of Halloween stuff going on.
No, but I mean, like, you would think that this hotel would be hopping when you can.
Definitely, dude. Yeah, considering the fucking way everything's set up, and like all the little weird shit around here, dude.
So, and I purposely didn't tell you much about the hotel
until we
were coming along. And so the hotel itself, if you ever go on the website, it basically describes itself as Alice in Wonderland meets Andy Warhol.
Yeah,
and that's a very apt description. The entire from the moment you drive up, like literally as you drive up, the hotel kind of smacks you in the face with like, okay, this place is different.
There's these little lights going up it and stuff, and
yeah, and then there's murals everywhere, and
there's little fucking mannequins out on the side of the building and stuff. You
walk in and you just like from the moment you get out of your car all the way into your room. Each room is themed out differently, and there's something to look at in every nook and cranny of this hotel.
Yeah,
all the way down to the Rorschach ink blot test on the walls.
Yeah. We did it earlier. Yeah. I think I fucking nailed it.
Yeah. Austin has a very specific thing on his mind lately.
Yeah, apparently.
But anyways,
we want to talk about it.
I'm trying so hard not.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. No. I'm saying like go ahead with the rest of the conversation.
Yeah, the rest of the conversation. But yeah, we had so like that was kind of the whole purpose of this. I was like, I wanted to have I wanted to not only the experience of the podcast be its experience, but I wanted the entire thing to overall be an experience for you.
Yeah, it's been fucking really cool so far, dude. Yeah. We showed up. We were gonna have the tacos, which would have been dope. We're gonna do that in the morning though.
Yeah,
we leave.
In the morning. Yep.
But we went and we had this that was a really good chicken sandwich. They have a little. So you walk in and like the lobby already is kind of trippy. It does have like the Halloween stuff set up right now too, which is cool. Yeah. But you have like who was it was it Salvador Dali?
Yeah, Salvador Dali.
Like, there's like a whole wall of him, pictures of him and everything, and like, dude, this place is just trippy from whenever you first walk in, and then the little hallway immediately to your left.
Well, and the Salvador Dali, the Salvador Dali quote at the it's like I don't do drugs, I am drugs.
I am drugs. Yes. So that's what we're doing here. Yeah, cool.
Exactly. But yeah, the trippy hallway. I thought
the
was
blinking eyeballs. Yeah.
Yeah. The blinking. Yeah,
that's what I was talking about.
I was talking about me getting stuck thinking that I was looking at a mirror and I couldn't see my reflection.
Oh my god, yes, dude. Like, it's. I don't even know if they're doing it intentionally. Some of it, but they have to be. But like the way that they set it up, like it's kind of a circle, and like you look at it one way and you're like, this is the hallway, and then you turn around and like this one looks like a mirror, but it's still the hallway kind of deal. And you're like,
it looks like that should have been like I'm looking at a mirror. But
should be the end of the hallway.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you come around where the elevators are, and you're looking at it, it's like that should be a mirror reflecting me.
Yeah.
But I'm not reflecting anything, and then you realize it's a hallway.
Yeah.
And I was like,
kind of fucks you up for a second, yeah.
Which
And this was before we started doing anything crazy.
Right. my mind was already in the right headspace. So
That's exactly right. Well, this place puts you in that.
Yes, exactly.
Then we walk in, and there's this Pixar ass. Like,
oh, yeah. There's literally like this giant light that looks like the Pixar light from the Pixar.
That's what the light you guys are seeing right now. I don't know if I showed it like at any point during the video, but I'll show it to you at the end or something. But it's fucking hilarious, dude. It's so big. Yes. But so everything about it is just awesome.
Oh yeah. We were exploring all over. We took some really good photos and videos that I'll edit and put my.
Bro, he's already started playing with them, and they're all awesome, dude.
Yeah, like I did that one, just the one that I posted on the thing. Is like we're showing that we had everything set up, and like immediately, like all the response.
For those of you just listening, by the way, he is sitting in. I want to describe it as a throne kind of deal, or just a badass chair with this stump.
It's my Dawn chair.
It's a stump. That's the Dawn chair for sure. That's what it is now. He's got the lamp over him. He's got his stump here, and just the carpet's trippy. We got this backdrop of Dallas going on, dude. It's a whole experience, bro. It is fantastic, and just thank you so much, bro. This is awesome.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like that's what I was kind of hoping for. Like I wanted to kind of set, like, I mean, if I'm doing anything that is creative, I want it to be different.
It's 100%, bro.
Yeah, like, exactly. It's like, and it's like if you've kind of gotten to know me and my artistic, and like the things that I've gotten more into. What?
Oh, you're leaning away from it a little bit.
Oh no, because I dropped the cable and it's like and it just went dead.
Weird. The headphones went dead.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure that it didn't go dead. No.
You good? You good now? You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay.
Okay, dope. Yeah.
I'm just being weird.
You're a fucking goober, bro.
Yeah, it's like my leg, like being old, like my leg being crossed that long. I was like, I need to stretch it.
You don't have to cross your leg like that, bro. You look nice though. Yeah, you look like the Dawn right now, dude. Yeah. Yep. But so the whole experience, everything has been set. Everything's ready to go. Let's talk about my boy Zach. Let's figure out where the Rave Grandpa came from.
Okay.
Let's talk. I want to talk about like from the beginning.
From the beginning,
who you are, leading up through whole life as much much as we can in the short amount of time that we have. Because whenever we did it was awesome and very in depth, and I loved it. And then going into the Rave Grandpa, and now the Dawn and everything.
The Dawn persona, yeah. It's like I have all these different nicknames that are kind of just
That's because you're literally like an enigma in the fucking EDM world right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, and it even goes back to when I was playing like baseball and everything. Like I was doing the train wreck.
It's just a personality, dude.
Yeah, it's like something just follows along with me, and I'm down for it. Like whatever.
It's just what you do, bro.
Yeah. But so I guess to start off is like this I don't know, where do I start off? Is like
I don't know, man. So you're here. You're from here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll start with that. So yeah, I'm from. I was born and raised in Weatherford, Texas. Mm-hmm. My dad. That's where my mom's side of the family is from. My dad's side of the family though is from Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Right on. Yeah.
And really, obviously, I was very fortunate. I had two amazing parents. Mm-hmm. And also after my parents split up, I had a third parent at end was my stepdad, Tom, which he's just as much my dad as my real dad.
Yeah.
And so,
I haven't met him yet, but you've told me it's just awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's like I can't wait for you. Like I really want you and Kristen to
yeah, we've been trying, dude. There's been so many times we should have already met him.
It'll happen. I'll make sure that it'll happen at the right moment. But so I kind of went through my own little journey, as I've already kind of explained a little bit. Some of the things that my mom has done kind of helped grow me into who I am. The types of things that I've liked to kind of explore from my artistic side. I was an artist from the very beginning as a kid. I drew a lot. Mm-hmm. One of the things that a lot of people know about me is that I'm colorblind.
Yes, yeah, and which we all always forget.
Yeah, even
at the same time.
Even my mom was like, "Can you hand me the green thing?" I'm like, really?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So, so my artistic side of it is something that's kind of been a part of me from the get-go, and it's been something that kind of fell out of focus for a while. And the EDM community really kind of
definitely brought that back in.
Raving and psychedelics and stuff like that definitely brought that back into light. And part of it is I stopped drawing for the longest time. I don't draw anymore, which I need to pick it back up. But
I just recently did a little bit, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's like I need to start doing it. But like right now, like I've been more focusing on like the photo editing and that's been a nice little creative outlet that I missed.
Yeah,
and so kind of my own general way of kind of getting back into that creative space.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
you were talking earlier about how your mom, she kind of gave you a good amount of rope and like just let you kind of experience things in your own way, and she gave you these things here and there to kind of shape you and like to give you a little bit of like direction, I suppose.
It's like so, and I lost a little bit of that in my 20s. So unlike most people when in their 20s when they're fucking around and finding out.
Yes.
I was not. I was pretty. You
didn't fuck around and you didn't find out.
No, literally, I was very much. I was following the societal pattern of like you gotta get settled down, you gotta have a family, all that stuff, and I completely lost who I was. Like I didn't realize who I was. But in order for me to find who I was, I had to lose who I was.
Yeah.
And so, what that entails, like when I was in my 30s, is when I started. Kind of exploring that, and what brought that in was a relationship.
Yeah,
that was the complete opposite of what my son's mom was.
Yeah,
my son's mom was somebody like I thought I was in love with, and that showed me the world. But instead, hampered who I was. Hampered.
Well, so you were with her from whenever you were.
Yeah,
didn't you say 20?
From 18 all the way to almost 30.
That is so fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah. Almost my entire 20s. Yeah, no, my entire 20s.
And she's a little older than you, right?
Yeah, she was 7 years older than me.
Yeah, so 25, you're 18.
Yeah. And so, like, I thought I knew who I was then, and it wasn't. And then, so after that relationship ended, I kind of threw myself into working, became a workaholic.
Yeah, working at Sprint, was it?
Yeah, T-Mobile and Sprint, and then also I was great at what I did. Like a salesperson, just naturally I'm a talkative person, so that lends itself very well to sales.
Definitely.
But at the same time, I also found a niche for teaching and guiding people. But what I was misusing it in the sense of in a retail environment, I'm using it to gain other people money.
Right.
So, kind of something that I've now started kind of focusing more on is learning how to teach and guide or be a different kind of perspective shift for people in a much different manner. But that managing helped kind of guide me. But anyway, so while I was working at Sprint, like kind of just became this over obsessive workaholic, and thinking that's who I was. I was like that to deal with the pain and the loss of not being around my son and whatnot. Basically, not doing what I thought what I was doing, which is for me to be happy.
And your son, how old was Bryce whenever y'all split? I forget.
He was 2 years. 2 years old.
He was 2. Okay, yeah.
And so, but around five years after the split, that's when I met. We won't go into names, but
right.
I met someone that really kind of opened my eyes to a world that I didn't even know.
New world, dude.
Completely shifted my entire perspective.
She got you on that magic carpet.
And we're not even just talking drugs. We're also talking musically, like artistically, spiritually, food wise.
Yeah.
Like just shifted every aspect of my entire life. So anyone who knew me prior to this knew I was a workaholic who played video games and ate chicken strips.
Yeah.
Like that was it. Like
Little Caesar's pizza and shit.
Like I did not embody.
Well, you're also the fast food king. by the way, guys.
Yeah, like I can get.
He can find anything. He finds all the best shit on any menu.
Yeah, and I'll argue day and night over who has the better what.
Yes, and he'll have factual evidence to back it up.
Yeah, and if you come at me with In-N-Out Burger is the best burger chain, no, absolutely not.
Who was I talking to? My buddy Jeff has some notes on that. I'd like for you guys to talk about this.
Yeah. Now I will say California's In-N-Out
It's different.
is different. It is vastly different. Mm-hmm. So Caesar, when I went to hang out with him in San Diego, we had In-N-Out, and I will admit that it is better there. Texas, it is trash here.
Yeah.
And how people eat that shit, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, you got Whataburger right there. Just fucking go to Whataburger.
Yeah, just
goddamn it.
Do what you want to do. You know you want to.
Like, you got Whataburger, you got Twister Root, you got Shake Shack, you got Five Guys. Why the hell are you doing this knockoff In-N-Out, this knockoff California?
It's for the name. That's all it is. That's how they. Whoa.
Yeah, right.
Somebody's zooming by on the highway over here, bro.
Right. I caught that all the way into the mic.
I swear that went all the way into the headphones, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, so
So she opened you up to all this stuff.
Yeah, all these different things, and so that was actually the first time because of her. It's like the first time I ever saw The Color Purple.
Oh right, dude, I love this story.
Yeah, so my very first time rolling. So the first time I ever took ecstasy was at Lights All Night. I think it was 2018. And the first time I ever going to a rave, first time doing anything like this. I didn't know a single bit of any of the music. Mm-hmm. I thought I was very musically inclined at this point, but I was I'm all, when it comes to music, love music. You show me anything, any sound, I'll listen to it. Aside from country, it's not music. But anyways,
that's a whole other thing. Yeah.
Whole other thing. Don't get me on that, but it's not music. We'll just leave it at that. There's no debate. So,
right on.
Anyways. So we get there, and I have no idea. Like literally, the person that I was, like, I remember I had the full beard. Mm-hmm. I was like 60 pounds heavier. I was wearing jeans and this T-shirt that she had bought me that said it had a unicorn with an alien on it that said "Don't fuck with my vibe."
Nice.
And I was like, okay, that was where everything, the foundation at that point. And like, she gave me the pill. She gave me a half.
Yeah,
she was
of course. Yeah.
She was like very responsible, taught me how to do my drugs correctly. Mm-hmm. But she
there was like 2 rules, wasn't there? Don't drink and something else.
Yeah, don't drink. We're not drinking on it. And you can always take more. You can never take less.
There you go. Right on. Yeah.
So
good rules to follow, people.
Yes. Now I don't know if that the never take rule. You can never take more. You can never take less was her or just no. That was my mom.
Oh, right on. Okay.
Mom with drugs.
Yeah. You can always take more. You can't take less. That's the rule.
It's a great rule to have.
It's very good rule to live by. Yeah.
One that has served me quite well, and one that the few times when I've ignored it, I've paid the price.
Every single time.
Every time, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. So, but anyways, so we're sitting there at the rave, like listening. Like, I don't know any artist that's on this except for Deadmau5. And she just kept like, "Are you feeling it? Are you feeling it?" And I'm like, I don't know what to feel. I've never been high at this point in my life. I've never smoked weed, never drank. I was like, at this point I drank, but I barely drink at all, so I don't even really know what a buzz felt like. Yeah. So like I didn't know, I had no frame of reference on it.
How old were you at this point?
35.
35, yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know what the hell, like what am I supposed to feel? Mm-hmm. And she's like, okay, you'll feel it. And I'm like, okay.
Trust me, you'll know. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know. It's like, and we're still doing this whole period where it's like maybe drugs don't work on me. Like I'm not feeling. That's in my head. Like I'm not feeling anything. She says clearly I'm supposed to be feeling something. I'm not feeling anything. The music's cool. Enjoying the music and enjoying. That's when I heard like a Little John song that really kind of got me going, and so that was like when I really started feeling it. So the main thing that really kind of caught me was. Where are you going?
I gotta get another piece of gum. This thing tastes like shit. Sorry, bro. I was really letting you roll on it.
No, you're good. I'm going to pause for effect.
I've been chewing on this piece of plastic for a while now.
That's why I don't chew on that shitty gum.
It's better than the fucking vape, dude.
That is true. So, sorry. Didn't mean to shit on you and your gum.
Keep talking to the people, bro. Oh, there it is.
Okay.
I got it. Okay.
All right. So... At this point, like I still don't know what to feel. I'm not sure if I'm going to feel anything. I was actually at a point. It's like maybe I should just get a drink.
Yeah.
like at this point, and so that's when Dead Mouse came on, and so we're chilling, and then the song "Beneath with Me" came on. Which, if you ever
So which song?
"Beneath with Me."
Right on.
So it's a very kind of mellow, low, bassy song, and I can't I won't do it justice, but like right as the song drops, like not drops, it doesn't drop like a heavy song, but it just goes. How did it say? Like right when it says "Beneath with Me," beneath, like the voice gets
Real
really
low.
low.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the lights change to purple, and I can literally feel the purple like roll down my body.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can see purple. Like, that's purple. Like, and I'm like losing my mind. And I'm like, that's purple.
Most beautiful thing you've ever seen, probably.
And she's like trying to calm. Like, people are like, what the fuck is this guy on? She's like, he's colorblind. It's the first time I've ever seen purple. He's losing his shit. Like she's like, calm down.
Yes, dude.
But then the lights like roll down my body. I'm like, I feel it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel it now, Mr. Krabs.
Yes, dude.
And I was like, oh my god, like that was the most. Like it hit me like right at that moment.
That's dope, dude.
And so at that moment, I was instantly hooked, not on drugs, but on EDM.
Yes, on that feeling.
On that feeling.
On
like
that purple,
like,
bro.
Like I was just like, wow.
Yeah. There's nothing like it, man. That fucking it literally it vibrates your whole body.
Yes.
Like the way that the lights and the music is all hitting you and everything.
Like I'm
dude,
saying that
insane.
like everything that I love, like as far as the music, the dancing, the visuals, were all at that moment. We're just like, this is where I belong. Like this is me. And
so I should have been all along.
Yeah, this is part of who I am, and I need to explore this. And anyone who knows anything about me knows that when I get on something, I become not on something, but when I find something that I like, I obsess with it. So, like Quentin Tarantino, get obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Like when I find an artist, I get obsessed with it. When I find a musician, I'm obsessed with it. I want to know everything about it. I want to hear everything. I want to experience everything. And I want to
where they're from, like
well, not
when
even
they
so much that.
started,
Like I don't even really care about that stuff. I want to know everything that they create.
Yeah.
Like because the one thing
I'm just saying you do like it just
But the one thing I've learned
everything about everybody.
Well, yeah, but the one thing that I've learned is like I don't really want to know much about them as a person, like their personal life.
Yeah.
Because the one thing that I've learned is that the more you try to learn about an artist, the more you open yourself up for disappointment.
Oh, right on.
Because
how pull back the curtain a little bit?
Like it's like I don't want to know every little aspect of it. Like it's great if they reveal that to us. Great example, Sullivan King, someone who opens that curtain momentarily, allows it. But I was like, when you dive too much into a celebrity, you end up finding out that anyone at a certain level of success, in order to be at that level of success, you inherently have to be somewhat of a piece of shit.
Yeah, you gotta be a crazy person.
Like in order to get to that, there's a part of that in order to breed success to a certain level, you kind of have to shit on people. It's just part of it. No, may not be doing it intentionally.
Maybe, yeah, okay.
But you kind of have to, like, at some point when you get to that level, you're going to piss off someone.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That makes more sense. Yeah.
Right. So, but anyways, so I got really into EDM. So like I was like, okay, so when's the next thing I go to? So then we went to my first actual like just single show.
Yeah.
Which I think was, I'm trying to remember who.
Yeah, because you went pretty straight into just Lights All Night. Is a pretty big one. Yeah,
Lights All Night was it, and I was like, okay. Oh, the next one I went to was Something Wonderful.
Nice.
Which I wasn't even supposed to go to. I was like my girlfriend and her friends. They all went, and I was just like, "Can I go?"
Can I come?
Like I just kind of hinted around, like it'd be really cool if I could go, but I was like, I don't want to impose.
Yeah.
But like I low key bought a ticket and was just kind of sitting there waiting for them to like, man, I really wish you were here. Okay, cool, I'll be there.
Yeah, I'm already there.
Yeah, got a ticket, been waiting for it, like on my way. And then finally they like dropped a hint on the last day, and like it's like I was there, like literally showed up like at like DJ Snake and like Porter Robinson. I'm like, Like,
Hey, nice.
I knew all the knew the artists online. Like, I literally like listened to like all their music, so I could be familiar with what I was getting into.
Yeah.
And then the next one was Middlelands, which that was where the whole "Who the fuck is Jeff" came from.
Yeah, can you tell what?
That you want me to get into that one?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
I love all your little fucking Zackisms, bro.
Yeah, that's like my favorite. That's one that has followed me for the longest.
Yeah.
But it's like,
why are you running?
why are you running?
Yes.
But no, so the who the fuck is Jeff one is awesome because like I go to Middlelands. That was my first like actual festival where I'm there for all the days.
Right.
I don't know any of the artists other than Kristen Noir, which is a weird one to know, but he was basically Hodor from Game of Thrones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he did this Rave of Thrones thing.
That's actually him?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he does his own thing as a rave. Yeah, so I was like, I knew him, and I was wearing a Hodor shirt.
Nice.
That literally, do you remember the Hold the Door
Hold the
episode?
Door, yeah.
I literally had a shirt that said Hodor, but then it said Hold the Door.
Yeah. Oh, that's the window.
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
But so that was my only contribution to EDM at this festival. Like I knew nothing, and so that's when we saw Seven Lions, and I was like, never heard of him, I don't know any of his music, don't know who he is, know nothing about this guy. Watch his set, completely blown away, absolutely just floored.
Yeah.
That was the first time. Girlfriend at the time told me she loved me. Like every aspect of that entire set was just amazing. And after the set, he came out and did a meet and greet.
Right.
And so we got to go meet him. Like, so I went up to him and was like, dude, like, your shit was amazing. Never heard you before.
Changed my whole life.
All my life. Girlfriend said she loved me. This is fucking amazing. I love it. And then that's when I was like, hey, let's take a big group photo. So I'm like right there with the guy. It's like I got my arm around Seven Lions. Mm-hmm. And his wife, Emma, goes, hey, everybody, why don't you say, it's like, everybody say, happy birthday, Jeff. My dumbass goes, who the fuck is Jeff? Loud as fuck. And you can see Seven Lions in the photo. You can see him like laughing.
Yeah.
As this motherfucker's like, bitch, really? You have your arm around me.
Yeah.
And what's funny about it is like I've literally met like half the people in that photo because of that now. Like I'll mention it in various different EDM chat groups. And they're like, that was you?
Yes.
Or it's like, hey, do you remember the guy who said, who the fuck is Jeff? And it's like, oh my God, that was me. And like even one of my close friends, Steven Rivas, he's like I met him as a result of we were talking about that photo, and then we ended up becoming really good buddies.
That's dope. Yeah,
and actually going to a Seven Lions show together.
Yeah, but, went to go see Jeff again.
Yeah, at Red Rocks.
Fuck is Jeff?
But yeah, he ended up like I ended up meeting there's like my buddy Steven, Antonio, and Dylan. I met all through that photo.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, and yes, and then like literally 2 weeks later, I went to Drinking with Strangers with him, where we go to New Orleans and we have a beer tasting with him, and when we show up, he's like, old dude who knows my name.
Yes, dude. Like, you'll never forget who Jeff is, will you?
I'm like, bitch.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
Old dude that knows my name.
And I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
But anyways,
it's labeled at this point. Yeah.
So then at that point, like the whole rave enigma just kind of just snowballed from that point. Like I got so obsessed with EDM, with raving. I think it was like I did like 9 festivals in like the span of a year.
Yeah.
That's when I met like during a period like me and my buddy Pablo. We went to Dance Fest Global Dance, and that's when I met my entire
whole rave fam, dude.
Well, my rave fam in Denver. Mm-hmm. That entire group, our friends Ian, Aaron, Darian, all of them up there. They were an amazing family of ours that we still keep in touch with. And then during a period of I actually ended up meeting the friends Kareem, Blanca, Alexis, and Glenn is where that part of our Dallas family started. I was actually out on a date because at the time me and my ex were separated.
Yeah,
and I was out on a date with someone else, and like we're at some just basic club, and they started playing like dubstep, And I start seeing the Kareem, Blanca, Alexis, and Buddy Glenn. They start like they're headbanging, and I'm wearing like khaki shorts and a polo.
Yeah.
And like on a date with this girl who's not into EDM at all, and like I go over there and like I'm over like headbanging with him. I'm like okay, y'all are my people. Like I was like we ended up exchanging the number. That's when I taught them the fall forward thing that I had going on back then. Yeah. And became like those people have become some of my absolute closest friends. Like, they went through some of the most difficult time of my entire life, and they stuck with me, and they still to this day, like literally as somebody Kareem today before coming here. Yeah. And we got caught up on our whole Wakan experience because he was there with us.
He went?
Yeah.
Fuck
so kind of got to hear his take on it because I always love hearing the way he takes from his experience. I think I lost my headphone again. Yeah, I mean, those individuals, they've been a very, very key part of my life and my growth from the moment I met them. Yeah. And then we went to, let's see, I've gone to almost every festival now. It's like I've been around those particular individuals. Like we went to Global. Sun City.
Sun City, where's that one?
It's in El Paso.
Oh, right on. Okay.
So that one, that was an experience. All of them were experiences, and then we kind of just snowballed to all the various different festivals. Like I want to touch them all because like I want to catch like all the people that have
that you fucking met and like made all these experiences with.
Yeah, it's like and so had that, and then literally the next one that was the really big poignant one was EDC Orlando.
Yes, and
I have to always talk about that one because if it wasn't for that one particular festival, then this wouldn't even.
Yeah, you wouldn't even be here. Well, I don't know. I might not even be here. I don't know, bro.
This conversation sure as hell wouldn't be happening.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So for those who don't know, at EDC Orlando, it was day one. There was this big goofy motherfucker like walking around picking up every girl on his shoulders. Uh-huh. And then he comes up to my friend and asks him. He's like, "Hey, can you pick me up on your shoulder?" My friend at the time, he's like 5'4".
Who was it? Is it Pablo or who?
It was just ex-friend.
Oh, right on. Okay, yeah.
I don't want to bring his name into it and then go on a whole other tangent.
Of course, right.
But anyways, but yeah, he was asked him, and he's like no. He's like absolutely not. He's like ask him. So he turns to me. He's like, "Think you pick me up?" And I was like, "Got you for about 30 seconds."
Yeah.
So lift him up on my shoulder, hold him, like lock core, put him down. Gave her the biggest hug. That person turns out to be Logan.
Logan's ass, bro.
Yeah, Logan.
Logan's big, goofy ass, too.
Big dude. He's taller than me. Like, he's 6'2", 6'3", so he's almost...
I think at that time he was probably at least... I don't want to get this wrong, but I want to say like 215, 220 at that point.
Well, he was definitely...
fucking big.
He was a big dude, and granted, I'm not a small guy by any means, but I certainly, and it's like that took a lot.
You have no business picking up a fucking 6'2", 220-pound dude on your shoulders either.
Not at 37 years old, I sure as fucking did, but I did anyways because I was like this dude. It's like something about this guy, and then
so happy, dude.
Then he gave me the big hug. I looked into his big black eyes, and which later learned they're crystal blue.
Yeah,
but that's
at that time, no.
Not at that moment they weren't. He was rolling so hard that he had no
beautiful saucers.
Yeah, exactly. And so we exchanged numbers, hung out for just a few moments, and then the next day he went on his whole ass journey trying to find us some additional favors.
Right.
And that like. I remember
sugar.
He was trying. We were trying to meet up at this one point. He was like, "Yeah, I found someone meet me up at the EDC sign." So we sitting there, we're chit chatting, getting caught up and everything. And then all of a sudden, this naked dude comes running by, and then the cops like tackle him. And Logan's like, "I think that's my guy."
Yep.
I'm like, "All right, cool. We don't need what we were trying to buy."
So it's all good.
That's a sign. Like, good. But he ended up finding another person and getting it. It's like he went on a whole ass journey.
Yeah, he said he was like, "It's my mission."
The whole day, just like I'm getting this for this guy. He asked me, I'm getting it for him. Mm-hmm. And so that's also when I met Caesar. That's also when I met.
Yes, Caesar, bro.
Yeah, that's also when I met.
Miss you, buddy.
Miss Selena Munoz, or not Munoz. Sorry, Torres. My bad.
Aha.
If she
Yeah.
listens, to this, she's gonna kill me.
Yeah, she's gonna be pissed.
Yeah, sorry, Selena. But that's when I met those three, along with Sam and Jose, and so that one particular interaction that weekend turned into lifelong friends.
Yeah.
Who since have been like spawned meeting you, the entire Arkansas family that's up there,
Yeah.
the entire rave community.
You're tight knit up there now, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I showed up at Wakan and it's like I'm running into all of them and they're just like Zack.
Yes,
just hugging
dude.
me up and everything. And so, but yeah, so like that particular journey, and then like literally and what made that even tighter was when I went through my really bad breakup. A year, like literally 3 months later, Logan and Caesar came all the way down to spend my birthday with me.
Yeah.
So I wasn't by myself. We went out to go see Stevie Aoki.
Right. Yeah.
Took him to 7th Street. We just made a whole weekend of it.
Yeah.
And those guys came in, and man, they were just.
It was a
They were my dog.
godsend.
They were my dog. They were my boys. They were. They were what I needed, and
That's Lolo, bro.
yeah, and then really like the next year was a mad descent into drug abuse and self pity and self doubt and self hatred.
Yeah.
And me wondering who I was, because when that relationship went south,
Yeah.
the biggest thing I was like, everything that I loved about myself was tied to that person.
Yeah, and all this stuff that you had just found, all these beautiful things and all that, was tied to this one person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was just like,
unfortunately.
it was like so it was like, but I later found out like through another
Relationship.
which I'll another relationship that I'll talk about in a little bit. But that person really kind of helped me understand that was always a part of me. The person that like what I loved about myself wasn't tied to that person. All that person did was open that door.
Yeah.
That's all they did, and everything else was always me, and it all came out. And so that person, they helped me see all the potential.
And you had romanticized this whole deal with her.
Yeah,
and everything,
and I was just like, it's like, damn it. So it's like everything that I loved about myself also reminded me of her.
Yeah.
So it was a whole year of just going through that process, and it was very painful, but.
And it was somewhere in there that I met you, because I remember Logan was talking about, he's like, dude, whenever I first met this guy, like it wasn't like this, dude. You know, like.
Yeah, because when you came down, like I was about midway through it.
You were in the shit, bro.
Yeah. That was also when the Rave Grandpa person or the nickname came from, when our friend Sabrina came down for her 18th birthday, and we're at 7th Street, and she took a snap, and we're taking shots, and she's like, taking shots with Rave Grandpa.
Yep.
And I was like, bitch.
And
it stuck.
Yep.
And it stuck, and I was
Much
like,
as he quote unquote hated it.
yeah, but it was like one of those things, like, fuck it. I was like, if that's what people want to call me, then that's fine. I was like, I'll own it.
Yeah, and it's so funny. I was going to say this earlier, but whenever I first met you, I was 22, 23 at the time, and like it made sense then that you were a Rave Grandpa, but now, I mean, I'm barely older, but it's like, dude, you're not even old, like at all, dude.
Right, and so that's where we came into the whole, like the I guess Zach the Dawn thing that came out. So like when we were in Wakan, everyone was asking me like what, like they were like, you have a nickname, and I was interested. Like, a lot of people know me as Rave Grandpa, especially up in Arkansas, so you might have heard that name. And they're like, yeah, but you don't see, because in Wakan most of the crowd was a lot closer to my age. Like
I feel like our group is getting older, too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, inherently,
of course, right.
You're older than you were.
But that particular, like the people that have been following the scene and stuff, like we're all getting older a little bit,
And so, like but the people at Wakan, they were closer to their 30s, and so definitely closer to my age, and they're like, well, we don't see you as a grandpa. Like you're not that far off from our age, so it's like kind of hard for us to say that. And so that's when my friend Sammy, which I fucking love Sammy. She's my little sister.
Yeah.
But,
she's cool, bro.
But she's like, you know what? She's like, as much as I love the Rave Grandpa time, I was like, I need to christen you as Zach the Don. Or
the Don, bro.
Or Don Zach. And I was like, and then so the Rave Don or whatever. It was like, and it just kept going. DZ kept all these things kept building. So they were
workshopping it throughout the weekend.
I was like, okay, cool. I was like,
figure it out, guys.
I was like, I'm good with all of those. Those all sound dope.
That's a nice name, dude. The Don.
Those have a nice ring. So it's like, so you got the Rave Grandpa. Also,
that's an honor, bro.
Also known as Zack the Don.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of where that blossomed into at Wakan, and that's kind of where we're at now. So through the journey of self discovery to self pity to back to self love, and reminding myself who I am, but also discovering who I've yet to discover, which is what Wakan was. Wakan, oh my god, like I'm still struggling to put that experience into words.
Yeah, I do want to talk about that for sure, dude. Yeah,
and so we'll get into that, I guess, in a little bit. So.
I'm just so excited, like, just to know. I'm so excited to know you, by the way. I fucking love you, bro.
Love you too.
Absolutely, dude. But, like, just knowing that you found that peace, you know, and, like, you're one of the happiest people that I know, you know, and, like, I don't know. It's like you feel like you have it. You've just found that peace, I guess. It's like you have it together because of the fact that, like, I don't know how to put it into words.
Well, like, I came to terms with the idea that, like, in order for me to, and I think I said this, when you released that the excerpt from the chapter.
Oh, right, yeah.
I was worried about it because, like, that exposed a lot of, like, my drug use and a lot of the pain that I was in during that period.
That was becoming the Rave Grandpa, right? That I dropped, right?
Yeah, and I was most concerned with, like, man, I was like, I'm gonna allow this out there. It's like, but I know my mom's gonna read it, and I was like, I want to see it. And her reaction, she came to me and she's like, I didn't know you were going through that much pain.
Yeah.
And she was like, why didn't you come tell me? She's like, I didn't need to. Like, you're always there. Your voice is always a guiding principle in my mind.
Yeah.
So as much pain as I was going through, it's like I needed to go through that.
Yeah.
Because in order for me to be who I am now, I had to go through all of that.
Yeah.
I had to go through that journey, that mental journey. It's like I had to experience all that, because if I didn't, then I wouldn't be the person that I am now, and I wouldn't be able to take those things that I've learned and hopefully guide others, whether it be through a podcast or just general conversation.
Yeah, just you being you is just fucking, it's great, man.
Exactly. Yeah. And literally, like, I was after my car wreck, was it 4 months ago?
Yeah. I do want to hear about this experience too. We might just drop it back to there and kind of go. You know.
Yeah, if you want to, we can take a break there and then we can jump into that. Or do you want to keep going?
What time? How far? Yeah, that's actually perfect time. It's 45 minutes on the dot, bro. Look at you go, my boy.
Yeah, okay.
Let's do it. Let's take a break. I do need water. So. All right, bye guys. We'll be back. All right, what's up, everybody? Austin here. So I'm not sure if you guys follow my social media, mainly my Instagram, but if you do, you might have seen some recent posts with me doing some climbing. Turns out there's an indoor rock climbing place near where I live, and me and the lady Kristen have started going every week, mainly on Wednesdays. So we've just been doing it for fun, but it's pretty challenging, and you get like the aesthetics of exercising these muscle groups that you just don't usually hit in the gym. Plus, you meet some really cool people who climb in the process. So, through climbing, I came across this awesome company called Dino. Dude, they have this one product, Beta, and I love the idea. It contains a 2-in-1 thermogenic nootropic with a boost of clean energy using 10 simple, all-natural ingredients. Now, if you're not familiar, nootropics are supplements that boost your creativity, promote mental clarity, and give you intense focus. So I'll tell you right now, it takes a lot of energy and creativity to reach the top of those climbs, man. So one thing I like about this concept is it's not just for climbers. I honestly can't see why Dino's Beta wouldn't be perfect for any activity or adventure. Another thing that's cool is they're going to ship straight from their door to yours, meaning no annoying retail shop markup. And if you use the code OSTEN, that's OSTEN, at checkout, you can take another 15% off. So go check these guys out. They're the Dino Climbing Company on Instagram or thedinocompany.com. Now back to the pod. And welcome back to the present moment. The time is now, as we've just discussed.
What time it is now?
Yes.
Now o'clock.
It is now o'clock as fuck.
I literally have a clock on my wall that my mom gave me. Another thing.
Of course, right.
Yeah, that literally is just like a meditation clock, and it just says now.
No.
It's like, I'm like, yes.
Mom's cool, bro. That's so dope. Yeah.
It's amazing.
All right, so before the break, we were talking about, so we're coming up on, I wanted to hear about this accident that you were talking about,
yeah,
dude, because I feel like this has kind of rocked you here lately.
No, it did. It was like literally 4 months of me trying to determine if I was going completely insane. Because like literally from the accident on, it's like I hit this period where I was just like, what?
Yeah.
The absolute fuck is going on with me?
Yeah.
Like I hit something, I was at a point I thought, like, am I
actually going crazy?
Am I hexed? Like, did someone put like curse on, like I was like, there was some shit, like every thought that I could have possibly come across was just going through my head.
Oh shit.
So once you hear all the like you're like, Jesus Christ, man, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So anyway, so I got 4 months ago, I was on my way. I was actually trying to kill time waiting for my friend Camille to come into town to stay with me for the weekend. When I was driving through downtown Dallas, and a giant Range Rover ran a red light.
Yeah.
And T-boned me, knocked me across about 4 lanes.
Yeah.
Tipped my car onto its side. Came to a stop after it hit a Cartier jewelry building.
Yeah.
Came to a rest. Broke my ribs. Broke 4 broken ribs. Lacerated liver.
Lacerated liver?
Yeah, a small laceration. Yeah, this sounds a lot more dramatic than it
I know, right?
was. Like a lacerated liver.
Yeah.
It was like
laceration. That just sounds.
It sounds
aggressive.
awful. Well, it's just like when I first found out I had hyperactive thyroid.
Yeah.
My doctor said, "All right, so the lab results came back, and you have Graves' disease."
Graves' disease.
And I was like, "What?"
Like, am I going to die right now?
They're like, "No, it's a hyperactive thyroid, and you just got to take a pill every day." I'm like,
okay,
you might want to rename that.
I swear that's aggressive. Dude.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. So it's on the same levels as lacerated. Now, granted, lacerated liver could be really bad, but it was a very small amount.
Right on. Okay, yeah.
It adds from dramatic effect.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, dude. Yeah.
I gotta add that.
He's a storyteller, guys.
Yes, exactly. It's like I like telling stories. I'll always be that part of it. But anyways, did I just see Triple H? Oh no, that's not Triple. On this camp, it looked like Triple H.
Dude, I'm so over fucking the ads on YouTube, bro. They drive me crazy. I know I should just get the YouTube Plus.
That's a Christmas movie I want to watch. That's
I know,
John
dude.
Leguizamo and what's his name? Hopper from Stranger Things. That's Santa Claus.
Yeah, looking like a badass, bro.
Okay, I'm gonna have to. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Back to the Detours, guys. Sorry. Yeah.
Anyways, Life of Detours.
Yeah. So you broke your ribs. Broke 4 ribs. You said.
Yeah, 4 ribs, lacerated liver. Put me down for about a month before I got back to work.
Yeah, because there's nothing you can do about ribs either, right?
Yeah, no, and this was like literally like 2 days after EDC. So I was off for two weeks for EDC. Mm-hmm. Just got back, and this happened and put me out of work for a month. Jesus. Literally for like 2 weeks. Like I stayed at my mom's house, my parents, and my sister. Mm-hmm. God bless them. Like they took care of me. Like I couldn't even sit up.
Jeez, dude.
I'm sorry for anybody who's ever gone through rib pain, broken ribs. That is, like you can't breathe, you can't do shit.
Yeah.
Like,
and they can't set it. They can't do anything for you. They used to wrap them, and I heard that wasn't good for them.
Yeah, they didn't even do that. They're just like, here's a breathing thing.
Yeah.
Make sure you do the breathing treatment every hour so you don't get pneumonia, and we'll see you in a month.
Every hour?
Yeah.
Jeez, dude. Yeah. Even when you're sleeping? No, right? Yeah, I would assume not.
But you really didn't sleep, so
Yeah, because you're in constant pain.
You take enough pain meds to.
Did they give you anything good for that?
They gave me some decent ones. But you don't really get to enjoy them.
Yeah, that's what I was talking to somebody about it, and they're like, whenever you actually have the pain, like it brings the pain all the way down, and you don't get into the high area.
Oh yeah, like when I was in the emergency room, and they were like cutting off all my shit, and they were trying to give me something for pain. They were like, "All right, we're going to give you fentanyl." I'm like, "Nope." Then like I moved, and I was like, "Fuck it, give me whatever you got." Yeah, and they hit me, and I was like, it barely did anything.
Jeez, dude.
So that gives you an idea as to how painful it was. Like fentanyl didn't even really do anything at the level of pain. But one kind of funny just side story, like I remember I'm on the emergency table, and they start cut. They have to cut everything off of you.
Yeah.
And I see them like cutting my my favorite Ellis Dream shirt, not my jersey, but my favorite shirt of his that he doesn't make anymore. I was like, no. It's this shirt, and a lot of people see me wear it, but it's a shirt that literally says, if you can't make sense of outside, make sense of inside.
Nice. And
so they were cutting it, and then they start to go to cut my my Buddhist, my meditation bracelet, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, there's a loop. There's a loop.
Just take it off, bro.
Take a moment. You don't need to cut it. Like, this was given to me when I was learning how to meditate.
Yeah.
And then they went to try and cut this little necklace or this pendant that my buddy Garrett gave me on my birthday at Okeechobee.
Yeah.
This past year. I was like, no, it's a necklace. It goes over my head.
Take it off, dude.
You don't got to cut my shit. You don't got to cut all my shit off. Like, I understand the shirt.
Yeah. Probably bloody and shit. Yeah.
Like just
Did you have? Well, you were in the car, so I can't imagine you had like road rash or anything. But like,
no, the only road rash I had was on my arm where the
went out the window. Probably.
No, like literally got from the airbag going off, and it stamped the Honda logo on my arm.
Oh, I remember. I saw the picture of that, dude. Yeah, that was crazy, dude. Yeah.
But yeah, so it was a full month. Well, literally, they told me it would take about 2 months for me to be fully healed, but they said I think it was 3 months total. They're like no doing anything, because like literally once you like around the 2 month mark where you think you're doing good, that's when you move wrong and you break it again and you're right back to square one.
Dude, yeah.
So
that's the thing about the ribs is like it hurts to breathe, it hurts to move, like you can't. It's involved in everything, dude.
Right, and so like for that month at my mom's house, I thought I was doing well. Like I was like the greatest thing is like I literally had this time where I got to really like anytime when you're an adult, the only time you get to spend with your family like that is like you're going out of your way to do it. This is something where it was almost like getting me
placed there,
getting me back to like when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like
being taken care of.
Yeah, it's like I had my family there, and it's like there was nothing else that I had to worry about except for getting better.
Yeah.
Like my job, they're like, "It'll be here when you're back." Like everything was like there.
Yeah. And did you have like sick leave time, or did the pay stop or anything?
No, my pay didn't stop. Like I said, they took care of me. I used up all my PTO and everything, but they did like my job. If it wasn't for this job, I'd probably been home.
You were still at Sprint.
Oh, they would have been like, fuck.
They'd have just fired you probably.
Yeah, they're like get fucked.
Yeah.
No. Sprint was Paycom is literally like they have like mental health experts on site. They have amazing coverage for therapy.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So
have you taken any of that? Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah. But so. Anyway, so that whole month was great, but then I didn't realize the mental trauma of it.
Yeah,
and I didn't realize it until I actually went first day back to work, and got the first call, and it was like the best way I could describe it was like a door that I didn't know it existed in my brain had gotten opened, and all these emotions and thoughts that I didn't know existed in my head kind of just flooded and freaked me the fuck out, and that was challenging. And so while that happened, that's when my apartment got infested with mice.
Oh right, dude. Yeah.
Yep. And I was dealing with
But
that.
I do want to ask, are you talking about like the emotional impact of the actual crash itself or of the entire experience?
No, I think the crash, like I'm still kind of, part of me still processing it.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge. It came out of nowhere.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like I had this anxiety of all this stuff like that just kind of hit me out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. Like just taking a phone call at work, it just completely like paralyzed me. And I was like I can't do that. I remember I took my headset. I was like, I can do emails, I can respond to people, but I'm not opening myself up to taking calls.
Interesting.
It was the weirdest shit. Yeah. And so I've since had to like ease myself back into that workload, which I've gotten back to doing. I'm doing much better with.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I was dealing with all the mice situation where it's like literally a month long mice infestation in my apartment and all this bullshit with the apartment complex refusing to actually take any kind of accountability. Like it took them 3 weeks to actually get a pest control person out to my apartment.
Really? Yeah.
Even after, but I caught him in a lie, like telling me that they were there. I was like, okay, well, they said that there was no mice, no evidence of mice. I was like, do you want video, photo, or audio proof?
Do you want me to bring you turds and shit? Like, yeah.
I was like, okay, well, give me the the invoice or the report.
Yeah.
If they did an inspection, there's going to be a report.
Yeah.
Any person who does any kind of trade.
Yeah, there will be a written record.
There's going to be a written record, there's going to be an invoice, and there's going to be recommended services. Mm-hmm. At the very least, a monthly they're like, no, we don't have. Okay, then what's the name of the company so I can get in touch with them so I can get their record?
Yeah.
They never gave me that. So I was like, so you didn't have anyone out there.
You didn't do anything.
You didn't have anything. So get someone out there now.
Yeah.
And so when they came out, like, yeah, like it's clear. As soon as they walked in, yeah, you can see all.
Yeah, there's fucking mice in here.
Yeah, I was like, and then he's like, whose idea was it to put the glue traps down? I was like, oh, it was theirs.
Yep.
It's like the first day I told them, I was like, they went and put 4 glue traps. I was like, I told them there was numerous mice.
Yeah.
And it was all because of a flood that happened in another apartment. That
drove them out.
Drove them to towards my apartment.
Mm-hmm. What was wrong with the glue traps?
Well, so one, I told them there's numerous mice.
Yeah.
Second thing, problem with glue trap is if the mice gets on, mice is still alive. Mice is going to try and get themselves off.
Chew their fucking legs off.
They rip themselves apart, and so like literally left a blood trail on my carpet.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. And so there's that, and then once I got that kind of resolved, like finally got the mice gone, they wouldn't even come out and do like a professional cleaning. Yeah, they wouldn't replace my furniture that got destroyed.
Yeah,
so like my couch gone.
What?
Yeah, like for a period, I was like literally living in a hammock or sleeping in a hammock stand in my living room because that was the only way that felt comfortable.
You could get away from the fucking mice.
Yeah,
dude.
so like, and I was literally living. I ended up just staying at my friend's house for the longest period, for most of that period. Well, we finally got it all cleared out, got the mice done, and house is livable again. But it's certainly not the same house that that everyone who's ever been to my place is like. Yeah. My house has always been
crazy cool, inviting, fucking trippy place, bro.
Yeah, and it's not that. Like ever since that, I haven't want to have anyone over there.
Are you thinking about moving?
Oh, 100% moving. As soon as my lease is up, I'm gone.
How much longer you got?
4 months.
Ah, fuck. Of course, yeah.
So, but anyways, and then I started dealing with the lasers.
Yes, this is the weirdest story, bro.
This is where I started thinking I was completely losing my shit.
Yeah.
And so, basically one night I'm sitting there watching TV and like there was like a glint in my eye, like I was getting like a little, like I was having a hard time seeing.
Yeah.
So I was thinking of something in my contacts, so I get up, clear my contacts, come back, and it's happening again. But now I can see like this kind of like a red glare. Mm-hmm. So I get up to my window and I go look outside and I see someone behind there with like a laser pointer. So I'm thinking, all right, it's a teenager just fucking with me.
Yeah.
But then that's when it goes a little bit further than that, and that's when like I'm like sleeping, and this is where as soon as I tell this part of it, that's when everyone's like, okay, you've completely lost your goddamn mind.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, how many drugs you've been doing this?
Yeah.
And so
I don't want to talk about it.
Right. But like I'm literally like sleeping or I'm trying to sleep, and like there's like a pulsating blue light. And my in my bedroom, it's like completely blacked out.
Yeah.
So it's just there's no way to directly get to me, mm-hmm. And so that's when I noticed on my ceiling these 3 little dots kind of moving around on my ceiling, and then it would like stop right above my head, and then the glare would come down on top of me. And it was just bright enough to where I couldn't sleep because like it was almost like a soft blue light just on top of you.
Yeah,
like a light shade. And that alone just sounds completely insane until I took pictures of the actual. You can see the little 3 dots.
I'm thinking of like a predator fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you look at it, I'll find the picture and show it to you. When you look at it, you're like, okay, yeah, that's not...
You're being hunted by
you're like,
predator?
what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
And then you see the 8 dots on the wall that are almost like measuring the room is what they kind of look like.
What?
Yeah.
Dude?
Because like, why would there be eight perfectly...
These are like laser dots, right?
Yeah. It looked like they were like... what do you call them? Like those, not the landscapers, but the surveyors.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the surveyor, those type of things.
Yeah.
And so, I thought I was losing my shit. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, okay. So at first I was like, okay, well, someone's fucking with me, but it went on for like a month.
Yeah.
And like, I eventually I put cameras. As I told more people and showed them things, I get different suggestions. Like we put cameras outside my apartment, we put like the little film up on the windows, and so no one can come in. And then on a Saturday during the day, that's when they try to fuck with me. We caught them on camera.
Yeah.
And so we trying to find out it was my upstairs neighbors who's been going around doing this to other apartments. And it's a scam where they're trying to get you to get afraid and like leave your apartment, and when you leave, they break in.
Did it ever cross your mind to leave your apartment?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, like how did that work?
Like, no, I was like, I'm not leaving my fucking apartment. It's the middle of the night.
Yeah, dude, and there's fucking people shining lasers.
Exactly.
Like going outside?
Like, I only have one place to go. Like, I was like, no, absolutely not.
You think there's a sniper trained on you? I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not running. I'm going into the place where there are no windows, which is my bathroom.
Mm-hmm. With a baseball bat.
Yeah, with a baseball bat. It's like as if I had a gun, like it literally would have been cocked and just like if someone comes to that door.
Yep. Pepper that whole door up.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, and I would be totally justified.
Yeah.
Like, I literally, I called the cops twice.
Yeah.
And they thought I was completely fucking insane. Like, to the point to where they gave me, like here's our
mental health line or whatever.
No, literally, here's, like, we can have someone come out and talk to you. Like, these are our resources. And I was like, granted, I have been struggling with...
Schizophrenic or something?
Well, like, I have been struggling with sleep because of the mice and also the accident and everything. So it's like, there were a lot of things.
So you had a couple, and the fucking just got out of this accident and all this stuff.
Yeah, there were plenty of reasons why I would be...
Such weird timing that they would do that to you like that, dude.
Yeah, exactly. And so, like, I remember one time I was, like, literally standing outside my place. I was like, bro... Stop fucking with me. Like, I'm going through some shit. Like, leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
It's making shit worse. And
could you see them? Like, you saw you said you saw the person with the laser the one time.
Yeah, if I stood there and if I opened the window and looked long enough, I could actually see where the lasers were coming from.
Yeah.
But they're very good about staying behind something. Mm-hmm. And the benefit about being lasers, you can be far away.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But they eventually caught him. And
the upstairs neighbor?
Yep. And so he's looking at felony charges because misuse of a laser is a felony charge.
Yeah.
So.
You can do a lot of damage with those things, dude. Like we were saying earlier, dude, that shit, yeah. You can put people's eye out with it and shit.
But yeah, so that brought us to Wakan. Mm-hmm. And this was going to be my, I'd been to one other festival since my accident. Or not festival, one other show, which was Sullivan King. Mm-hmm. Which was like, okay, that was great. Had a blast. And then Wakan was going to be my first festival back.
Yeah. And I can't believe we didn't get a fucking Sully with you, bro.
Yeah, you
should so bad, dude.
Dude,
me and Kristen just talked about that the other day.
Yep.
So dumb.
Yep, so dumb. Absolutely dumb.
Idiots, bro. Sully, if you're listening to this, bro, I love you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. He bailed on you. He doesn't love you.
What? No, he texts me all the time, dude. I love him.
Yeah. And to think that I actually got Kristen to be able to meet him.
I know, yeah.
And yeah, I've still never met him.
Yeah.
But yeah, not.
But that's neither here nor there.
But anyway, so then the brothers to Wakan, and so Wakan, I was like, okay, great, this is an opportunity for me to, like, I didn't know what.
Let loose and fucking, Yeah,
it's like
get back on your stride.
Get back to like maybe not necessarily who I was, but definitely more. I guess yeah, like you said, back on my stride. It's like I didn't want to go back to who I was prior to the accident. But there are aspects of me that I definitely want to be
and get those pieces back.
Be in touch with, like, because I look at those. Sammy, she told me she's like, there's a reason why you walked away from that accident. Mm-hmm. Like that accident. If you ever look
happened to you for a reason.
There's no reason I should have lived that accident.
Yeah.
Like with how bad it was, to walk away with broken ribs. Yeah,
lacerated liver too.
She's like, there's a reason why you need to figure out the reason why you survived that.
Yeah.
And so first I had to go through the healing process, which Wakan I think was kind of the next step of that.
Yeah.
And when I came off of that mountain, it's like the best way I could describe it is like it was the spark. The way I said it was the spark that reignited a flame that I had forgot that was within me.
Yeah, that's nice.
And and I had like this like my creativity was at a whole nother level. Mm-hmm. And I was just having a blast, just doing my edits and using all the photos.
But you're starting to do professionally now, aren't you?
Well, I wouldn't say professionally, but it's like I'm definitely getting opportunities, and so like the photos and stuff I'm going to get paid for, and so it's like we'll see where that all takes
you
me.
Just love doing. You can do it.
Yeah, like
do it for fuck's sake.
Yeah, it was brought to my attention. It's like you can get paid for this. So it's like I'm already doing it.
Yeah,
but if I could, let's try it.
You pay me. Yeah,
and then it's like I just find it funny. The guy was like, "You're doing." When I told him that I was doing it on an iPhone 11 and free apps, and he was like, "All right, let's get you some real equipment."
Yeah,
buys me all the.
And then he said it didn't even show up.
Didn't show up for fucking Wakan. So I was like, all right, so next time. But yeah, so
what's next? What's the next?
The next festival will be Lights All Night.
Yes, right. Yeah.
So
that's New Year's, right?
Yeah, and this one's gonna be a good one because you got Excision, Ganja White, and Grizz.
What, dude?
Yeah.
How much are these tickets right now?
I don't know, but we'll find you.
Okay, dope. Yeah.
At the very least, Ganja White and Grizz.
Yes.
As much as I love Excision, and I know you've never seen Excision live, and you're more of a basic. Like I've leaned much harder on the Ganja White and Grizz.
Fuck with Ganja and Grizz, bro.
God, dude.
So heavy.
Like that, and they're on the same night. Ganja and Grizz are on the same night. So it's
nice. So just that night, I definitely need. Yeah,
100%. Yeah, and so there's that one, and
bring OC, get a little fucking headphones.
Yeah, do it. Yeah. We have Baby Tito. So there's my friends. Another part of my rave group that I didn't even really talk about, but Jez, Steven, and D, and sorry if I'm missing anyone's name, but it's like there's a whole other. There's a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all. There's like Arkansas fans, a Dallas fan, like everybody.
Everywhere.
But they have this baby Tito, which has his own Instagram page. And it's like this little baby that actually is like a flask. So they put alcohol in it, but like whole decked
they
up.
Put it in the thing, the little chest mount and everything.
Oh yeah, and it's got its own drip and everything. Like the little baby is, and so like I remember like they carry it around to all the different festivals.
That's dope, dude.
Yeah, I'll show you the Instagram. It's
that's
Baby
so
Tito.
Funny. Is it at Baby Tito?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah. Everybody go follow Baby Tito, bro.
Baby
that
Tito.
Is amazing. That makes me so happy.
Yeah. See, there's Baby Tito, and there's also Squirtle. Squirtle. You remember my little stuffed Squirtle that I had?
Yes, dude.
That Melly, she has that, and
takes it to all the
different things. Yeah, so Squirtle has his own page.
Dude.
He's living his best life.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! Yeah, we have this little this little plush puppy that we used to take on all our little adventures and take pictures.
Which reminds me, I should have brought Womps to be a part of this so Womps is another one.
Yes, dude.
Womps was my chicken that I was carrying around at Wakan.
Mm-hmm.
That our friend Sammy's friend Alexis, also my friend Alexis, nicknamed Womps, which was. It was saying Womps because when you squeeze it, it's screaming chicken. So that was the point. And then naturally. Girls with their dirty minds. Mm-hmm. It's like
dirtier than ours.
Looking at a guy, and it's like I just want to be like I'm not a piece of meat, but they go.
Yes, yeah.
But no, like literally, a girl walks up. It's like, can I squeeze your cock? Like as I'm carrying around this chicken, I was like, only if you want to know its name.
Yeah.
She's like, what's his name? Womps. And she's like, I bet it does. I was like, okay.
Yes.
Dirty.
Whoa.
I was like, but it's
Dirty
like,
girl. All
yeah,
right.
that's Wakan for you.
Yay.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, we should have had Womps here, bro. He would have had a lot to say.
Yeah, it would have been screaming out of it. Yeah, I literally like looked at him like I was gonna bring him. I was like, and I just walked out the door. I was like,
He's probably sitting at the house right now, just like, fuck you, man.
fuck you, man. I thought we had something.
Oh yeah, I thought you loved me.
Yeah, I was part of your entire look.
Part of the whole group, bro. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah.
So Condom Step. What was your favorite? What was your favorite set there?
Jesus, I don't have one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like granted, there's ones that stand out. Each one stands out individually. So, what Zingara is probably if I had to put one, Zingara is the one that is my favorite.
Right on.
Granted, Ellis Dream, Closey were the ones that I knew were going to be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Closey,
Liquid has the whole production. You know?
yeah, Closey does something with production that no one else can do. Like she took everything that Liquid Stranger gave to her and just was unreal with her creativity. Ellis Dream was Ellis Dream. Like I just can't.
Of course, just dope.
Like literally, just ripped your like Closey was my soul. Ellis Dream was my heart, and then Zingara just took my spirit and just threw it all over.
Nice. I've never heard Zingara.
Zingara, oh my god, like that was my first time.
You said that's who you played in the car, right? Okay, yeah.
My first time ever seeing her live was at Wakan. I was so excited. Like I watched the whole set by myself. Mm-hmm. Literally found a chair, sat down, and just went on that journey and just sat there. Like I didn't even dance. Like I was just in my head, just enjoying it. Mm-hmm. And her set was fucking amazing.
That's dope, dude.
Easily the most spiritual experience that I've ever had on a musical level.
Yeah.
But yeah, like every single set was amazing. Everything was different at the right time. Mm-hmm. Nothing was the same.
Nothing was out of place.
Yeah, everything was
accounted
unique.
for.
Yeah, it was about as perfect a festival as I could ever experience.
That's dope, dude. Yeah.
And so, from the music to the people to the conversations to the internal conversations I had with myself to the healing.
You always go on these just amazing internal journeys, dude. I remember even whenever we went to what am I trying to think? Electric Shady, dude. I remember when we went walking out in the woods and we were just talking and
just talking,
dude.
Me and you had that experience at Shady. So did me and Logan when we walked up and down the water a little bit.
Yeah,
I say the same thing with Dexter. I had it. Which I can't believe I didn't bring up Dexter. Sorry, love you, Dexter.
House Kitty.
Yeah, House Kitty. I had to bring him out.
Yeah, he's got a lot going on around.
but yeah, it's like at the one thing at Wakan that was definitely very healing. Mm-hmm. And Garrett will say I was asleep. I was not. I was just very deep contemplating, even while snoring. Was Ellis Dream's Light Code set, which is during the day. It was his guided meditation or his sound bath.
Nice.
Which is very different than it was. It's not. It was just this. The best. He described it perfectly. He said it was a massage. It was like a massage for your soul, and it was. And he talked about our emotions, and how our emotions they're not good or bad. Mm-hmm. And the way he put it was like a jar. So you have a jar and it has both your emotions, and there's a top part and a bottom. So if you release the top is where all your positive emotions escape from the jar. Mm-hmm. But if you leave that and if you unscrew the bottom, then the negative
just kind of pours out,
pour through, and this allows it to flow constantly. But if you bottle up, if you close one end, then all you're left with is all the negative. And it's like, so by having both ends open allows you to feel and experience all of those emotions fully, the way they're intended. And it's like you've come to realize that there is no such thing as good emotions or bad emotions. It's just all of its emotions that you're intended to feel. Because in order to feel good, you also have to feel bad. Yeah,
to know what good feels like, you have to know what bad feels like.
Exactly. It's like you can't know darkness without
seeing the light. Yeah,
exactly. And you can't have light without having darkness.
You can't have evil without, or you can't have good without evil.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that was something that really kind of, that was a moment that I needed. Like, and I remember we were just laying there, and it's like, and like I woke up, and it's like, I felt like something. Part of me was back to being in the right position mentally.
Nice, dude.
And that just continued to build throughout the entire weekend. And then when I came off that mountain, like it's like I just felt more like myself.
Yeah,
I felt like whole again. Like all the connections that I needed to mentally that were severed because of that accident, because of all the other bullshit that I was going through.
Yeah,
it might not have been repaired, but new connections were made.
and you're looking at it in a totally different light now. I'd
Exactly,
imagine.
better a different perspective.
Yeah,
which is something I keep
perspective shifts we're talking about.
Yeah, it's something that's like I've been very, very focused on. So
That's fucking awesome, dude. I'm so glad. I need to go back. I just need to go. Yeah. But so what does the future hold for you, Mr. Zach? That's what I want to know. What's your plan?
So there's two sides to it. So we have quite a few things. So one, obviously, me and my son, we have some really cool plans coming up. Mm-hmm. Next year, we're planning on going up to explore Seattle, hopefully with my dad included. So
nice.
Hopefully we can make it a yearly thing, or at least a bi-yearly thing. But we want to go up to Seattle and go check out Olympic National Park.
Oh,
which
nice.
If you haven't had a chance to see pictures of that, it literally looks like it's stole right. Like it looks like that's where they filmed Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And then we also want to go up to British Columbia to do the Capilano Suspension Bridge Park.
Ooh, nice.
Like over 30 miles of suspension bridge throughout the mountains.
Is that where they do the bungee jumping?
I don't know. Maybe.
Probably. Yeah.
But yeah, so we want to do that.
30 miles of suspension bridge. That's
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna but next year is kind of where I'm focused on a spiritual journey.
That's what's up.
So like I'm kind of starting it off on my birthday with Okeechobee, which is Wakan's amazing, but Okeechobee was
And where is Okeechobee?
in Florida.
Oh, right.
I
Okay.
experienced it last year on my birthday.
Yeah.
It was just
Nothing like it.
it was amazing.
Dope.
Like think of it like Okeechobee for me was like what I want to experience from a big festival. Wakan is what I want to experience from an intimate festival.
Dope, right.
So that's the best way.
It's about as intimate with a full production as you're going to get there, dude. Yeah.
Exactly. Like there's not a lot. There's not enough. There's not. You can't have a big festival.
It can't get bigger, I don't think.
No.
Yeah. No, it's probably.
But it's like
already.
It's like a perfect balance. So it's like I want Okeechobee. Festival wise, I got Okeechobee, Forbidden Kingdom, Wakan.
Yeah.
For sure.
Backwoods?
Probably not.
Yeah.
No, I probably won't have time because somehow I was like I'm working in my trip to Rhythmia, and that's the one I'm really excited for.
What's Rhythmia?
Rhythmia is the retreat in Costa Rica, the ayahuasca.
Yes, dude. I knew you were going to say it. I'm so down. Okay.
Yeah, my ayahuasca 7-day retreat. Where it's
Have you done ayahuasca yet?
No, and I won't. I will not do it until I get there. So
I can't imagine why the fuck you would.
yeah, like because I want to go through that full
Experience, first time.
shamanistic experience.
Yeah.
Like I'm going into that, and I'm going to make sure I'm in the right mental state. So it's like I start with the journey.
Yeah.
And that's where it's going to kind of almost like a rebirth spiritual journey. And so like I have different things planned as different points. So Okeechobee being the kickoff. That's when, and then I'm getting my half sleeve.
Yay.
Buddy Garrett got me in touch with a guy named Corey Devine.
Do you have where?
On my back.
I was about to say, yeah, you have other
I have one
tattoos,
tat,
right? Yeah.
But Corey Devine, who does Ellis Dreams tattoos, who's done a piece of Garrett's, which is just absolutely gorgeous. I'll show you some of his stuff. Reached out to him, kind of told him my idea behind it, what I wanted, and I was just like, your artistic style I think you could come up with something that would be very representative for what the journey that I'm about to go on.
Wow.
Well, mentally, and who knows? It's kind of more like a jumping off point, probably from this book on to now. So I don't even say that this year is starting. It's like it's already started.
I would say more of like it's like that would be like the climax.
Yeah,
and then the rest is like the story, you know.
Yeah, it's like the tattoo is going to be kind of more the symbolic.
Yeah, the symbolic
symbolic interpretation of the journey, and then the real big like crescendo will be rhythmia.
Yeah, dude, do not show me that tattoo until you get it.
Right. Yeah,
I want to see it. I want to see it on you, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Corey is supposed. Yeah, told him the idea. I have some ideas for like he's going to draw it up. It's going to be a one of a kind design, and I have to fly to LA for 2 days, and for him to.
So after Rhythmia, we'll have you back on the pod.
Yeah,
I can see where you're at again, bro. Yes, dude.
So
show off that new ink.
Yeah, well, the ink will probably be on before I go to Rhythmia.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's whenever we'll showcase it for these people that have come to love you throughout this entire podcast today.
Yeah, so we'll see that. And then once I go through that journey, that will probably... I'm not going to say that's going to be the end of the Rave Grandpa or the Dawn. It's like, that'll be where I start kind of shifting more towards travel.
Yeah. Well, that's where, you'll figure out the rest of your life at that point.
Right. Like, I want to do other festivals and other music journeys. Like, I've gotten really into reggae lately. So I'd love to do a reggae festival. That would be awesome. I definitely want to do a metal or a rock festival.
Yeah. Rocklahoma is a good one.
Get back to my roots. And then the real big journey will be when my son graduates. We're planning on moving to Denmark for a year.
Oh shit, dude!
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, so that he can do his first year of college overseas.
Yeah.
My job seems to be on board with me working remote for that year.
What?
Yeah. So
you're already laying the groundwork of this plan, huh?
Yep. We already started doing Duolingo to try and learn Danish.
Yeah. Which is very interesting. It's kind of a goofy language, if I'm thinking of the right one.
Yeah, very odd.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't even spout a single word just yet. But we already looked at apartments, like a 3-bedroom furnished apartment.
Cheaper here? Or cheaper there? Or?
Cheaper. Like, literally a 3-bedroom furnished apartment is about $1,300. There,
nice.
The U.S. dollar,
yeah.
But the U.S. dollar has about 7. Sorry, there was like a little thing.
Zach's tripping over here.
But there's, I think it's 7 times the value. So like a U.S. dollar here is worth $7.
Oh, so you'll be good over there.
Oh, yeah. I'll be in good shape. Yeah. And then everything's with it. Like, I've always wanted to go to Europe. Like, I love Europe. I've been there for Italy.
You can do so much at that point, dude.
Right. It's like, and I don't even need a car. Like, I can travel through the trains and all the public transportation and whatnot. And then, so, yeah, it's going to be, and then once we come back, if we come back, would be either, we're looking at either like Colorado, I think, is probably where we're
that's something I'm kind of leaning towards too.
Yeah, I think that's where a lot of our close knit were. Like, there's a town. Oh my god! Like, when we did our road trip, there's a town called Crestone, Colorado.
Is it Prestone or Crestone?
Crestone.
Okay.
It's like you can rent Airbnb there. If anyone wants to know the Airbnb contact info, I will gladly share it with you.
Yep.
This Crestone is like, it's literally like a little hippie commune. The population is like 49. All the houses there are really cool little like 2-story houses. There's a local artist who painted murals on all the buildings. Then they all grow their own produce. So each house grows its own produce, and then they take it to the local
farmers market kind of deal.
Not even farmers market. It's just a local grocery store that's in the center of the town.
Oh, dope!
Little tiny thing, and they so each a resident grows a different crop, and so they harvest it, take it to the grocery store, and then it's community property. So whatever you need, you go get.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and so it's like all organic. Then they got homeopathic medicine, and then they got the dispensary there, which is one of the nicest dispensary I've ever seen in my life.
Fuck yeah!
They had, when we got there was like a little festival already going, a little music festival, which I thought was hilarious.
That you would be scrolling through at this point.
Yeah, I just checked out this Airbnb, and then also when we went to Denver, that was when Meow Wolf was having their first ever music festival.
Yeah,
so it's crazy.
Just follows you, bro.
Yeah,
and maybe you inadvertently follow it. I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, Crestone is really cool, and it's like right outside the Great National Sand Dunes Park.
Nice.
So,
okay.
And it's within the zero light pollution zone, so it's
yes.
like, so at night.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was that was an amazing experience. But yeah,
that's dope, dude. Okay, so you have a lot of really cool plans, man. So I'm excited for you.
Yeah, more stories to come. That's for damn sure.
Oh, absolutely. We're definitely gonna have to do this again.
Yeah, it's like. See, I made the right when I was telling you the story about the porn stars. Like if I followed that path, all these other
all these detours that you've gone down and all this stuff, it would never happened, dude. All these little life events that you've gone through led you to right here where you needed to be, bro.
You like how I dropped that little tease, and I'm not going to even tell that story.
That's a cool story, bro.
Yeah. So next time I'll tell that story. That was a funny story. But
so if you want to fucking find any of this like cool shit that you're doing, go to Zack.Sandoval5, is it? Or
it's Zack.Sandoval.5, I think, on Instagram.
Yeah, and then Zack Sandoval on Facebook and all that shit.
Yeah. I'm easy to find.
He's the boy. Yeah.
I'm not. Nothing's private, so just search me.
Yeah.
Usually,
he hates private accounts, by the way.
Yeah.
He fucking hates them.
Yeah, it's like literally, and you just look. You can tell it's me. Like it's usually some sort of sacred geometry type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
So yeah, go find him, and he'll definitely be back on. But we're gonna let you guys go. We're gonna do another Sober October clinky here with
Before
this
we go to
nice
bed.
water we got. Yep. Good night, guys.
Thank you, buddy. Love you.
Love you too, man.